Okay, how do I make it
And from humble
disappear?
beginnings, through hard
This is
work,
very quiet.
you unlock the secret through which true
kind of.
greatness
There.
may
I'll turn it up a little.
achieve.
Well, no, I just meant like I'm turning mine up because it was quiet.
Conquer their places of power.
Oops.
Reap the ultimate prize.
What is this?
Spellforce.
I feel like that name sounds familiar.
The whole
Oh, is this a 4X game?
is at stake.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, it's a 4. It looks like it's a 4X game. I'm down for that.
Wait, did I see right? Spellforce.
Yeah. Do you know that? I haven't heard
Oh,
of
I
it.
know
I
one.
know it. I know it. Oh my god, yes.
The name sounds
It's
familiar.
not a 4X. It's not
Oh.
a 4X. Unless they change it, it's not a 4X.
It-
But Spellforce has
hybrid.
always
Oh,
been.
it's a turn-based strategy game.
Oh.
I thought it was gonna be
Sorry.
4X game. I mean, it could be
bastards.
good, but I'm still like, oh.
No,
I
you
had-
bastards, what have you done?
Will face the ultimate warrior.
What is this 80s like cartoon
Bro
stuff?
Our
Force.
heroes survive
Excuse
the
me for a
Lizard
second,
Man
I
Lord
think
Chief,
someone's throwing
or
fireworks over
succumb
in my
to the
place.
forces of Daedalus. Don't
Daedalus.
miss these updates coming
This
soon
art style's
to
kinda cool.
Mythforce.
I like the music.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's-
Myth Force.
yeah, I was
not
gonna say
Broforce.
it's not Broforce. It's
It reminds me of He-Man.
yeah, I think that's deliberate.
Yeah. That in the Dungeons and Dragons, like cartoon.
Yeah. The characters' designs look kind of cool.
Only on the Epic Store.
Oh, unfortunate.
Oh, God. Why did it have to be epic? Come on.
That means a lot of people are starting to buy. I hope they got paid well for the Epic exclusivity.
It depends.
I hope,
Sometimes
but
they do,
probably
sometimes
not.
they don't.
I believe I've heard from developers like the payout's pretty good.
Most cases it actually is pretty good. Most cases.
But especially with, like, Game Pass now, it really feels that that's kind of limiting.
Yeah. Wish list
Construction
now.
game.
Beta tester is here.
We're doomed.
So I kind of wish I could see a little bit more of that. I didn't really quite get exactly what kind of game it is. Like it's not a city builder.
Some sort of building game.
Yeah.
The constructor.
Simish.
Tensions have escalated throughout the world.
This kind of looks
I'm still mad
interesting.
about what they.
Is this Crossfire? This is
Mercenary called
Crossfire.
Blacklist.
Yeah. This is a trailer that already exists. I tried the demo for this and I just wasn't really happy with it.
Global Rift
It feels
is
too
an
sluggish to be a
international
competitive
military
RTS
journey.
game, and it might be fun, but like, man, this game needs work if it's gonna be good.
Yeah. Originally, it looked interesting. Then it started to look not as interesting.
Also, this trailer is barely showing any gameplay, so like,
Yeah.
marketers,
With, like, filters over all of it.
yeah, it's like you're not really showing much. That you're just giving a vibe, and it's like not really enough. Like I know Crossfire is like an existing IP, but like most people don't know that, and so you should probably give them more than just a vibe. Oh,
Wake up, sleeper.
oh, Life Sim.
Oh, I know this. This came out a little bit ago.
Oh, this looks kind of cool.
Oh.
Or not necessarily came out, but was shown off.
I love play this bloody game.
Oh, that one, okay.
Oh yeah, actually, I think I looked at it.
Yeah, I
didn't
did.
play it, but I looked at getting it.
Yeah, I did see this on Steam. Now that I think about it. It's a cool looking spaceship.
It's
I think
definitely
more of a sea than
a space station.
Yeah.
Wake up, sleeper. You have no idea what's coming.
I like that line.
Episode Flux. Oh, so it's an episodic game. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, they do like free updates.
Meanwhile, this game is on
Oh, wow.
everything.
Yep, literally everything.
Oh, we're going back
I'm
to a
fine with that.
countdown.
I'm sure we'll get some more.
Yeah, Crossfire Legion.
Okay,
It's like
can I just say, I absolutely hate what they do with Spellforce.
How come?
Because just to be clear, Spellforce is not a turn-based game series.
No, it's not.
No, it's a real-time strategy game that very well blends with the Hero RPG.
Ah,
It's,
I didn't play the third one, but
if
I
you
looked
know
at the third one.
Warcraft 3, imagine that, but the campaigns are all very much linked with one another. And a lot more in the RPG section. Like you have an entire party and everything. And it's... I hate it that they basically butchered it with that one. I was so looking forward to it. When I saw Spellforce, I was like, yes, yes, and then turn-based. Are you bloody kidding me?
I mean, it makes sense.
No,
from
it
their
doesn't.
perspective. From
No,
their
it doesn't.
perspective.
It still doesn't, I'm sorry.
Well, it always felt like they were trying to be heroes of might and magic, to me at least.
What?
So, that was the vibe I always got from it. Not that it was, but that they felt like they were the, like, successor to the idea of heroes of might and magic.
No, they as far as I'm aware, they were always doing their own thing, and it worked. Like they were the only game of its type, pretty much.
Well,
Why? Like it's not even a short game series, so they were like, oh, maybe we should try this some different. No, it's a well-established series. There are like over 6 games in this series.
I know 3 was the last one out, though there could have been spin-offs.
No, not spin-offs. The way they did some expansions was that they were basically independent games that could integrate with the base game. And each one was as big as the base game. So, technically, you had the first
Hello
game
there,
with its
gamers.
expansions.
Welcome back to the
that
PC
was
Gaming Show
basically
2022
2 games.
pre-show.
And then the
I
second
know what you're
game
thinking.
was
Why
basically
hasn't the
4
main event
games.
started
And then
yet?
there was the third
It's because
one.
we're still packing all the awesomeness in. So you can think of this as like DLC, except you don't have to make some sort of Sophie's choice about how to free up hard drive space. Speaking of which, we have a special treat for you while we wait for the full PC Gaming Show to begin. The exclusive premiere of a new documentary series created by PC Gamer called Tales from the Hard Drive. Stories are at the heart of PC gaming, and that's exactly what the series
Why
is
didn't you
focused
just
on.
hire
Unbelievable,
NoClip?
inspiring, and sometimes
Yeah,
unsettling
like
stories
just hire
of PC
NoClip
gamers who became
for someone
legends
who
in their own
is
right.
actually good at their
Those
job.
tales of deceit or victory PC gamers
I
wrote
mean,
themselves in
NoClip is already
in
doing
games like
this. Why
World
wouldn't
of
you just
Warcraft,
use
EVE
them?
Online, DayZ.
I
These
think-
represent the
I
spiritual
think
center
NoClip
of
is more
PC
about
gaming.
like
And over the course of this
how the
documentary
sausage got
series,
made.
PC Gamer will
type
lionize
stuff.
ordinary gamers who did
Sometimes.
exceptional
Yeah.
things.
Sometimes they like
Here's
to
the
do
first full
behind the
episode of
scenes.
Tales from the Hard Drive.
They have
Watch
done a
the
lot
rest
of
the
behind the
series
scenes.
on PCGamer.com
Wait, are we literally just gonna watch the
or
full episode
on
of a show right now?
youtube.com/PCGamer, debuting soon.
I don't think we have the time, unless it's only
The boat to
10
Manila
minutes
Harbor
long.
was a one-way ticket to death.
I would hope so.
If you went to Menifil Harbor, you were corpse walking.
Being able to see their reaction to me killing them was...
Oh, so yeah, this is more about people like
I wanted
playing
that
the games
notoriety.
rather
I
than the
wanted
ones
to be
making them.
Feared.
I don't know. Still feels like NoClip could have done it.
Players, the virtual
Maybe, but that's probably not what they want to make, you know?
A massively multiplayer
Eh.
role-playing game.
Right, this
where you
is
fight
like
demons
more
and
about
dragons
players who
with
did
friends.
weird, neat
But
stuff.
for 4 months,
You know what? They should have
in
got an internet
2005,
historian on this now
World
that
of
I think about
Warcraft's
it.
bustling Dithicus
Also,
server
shout out to the
wasn't a
Commodore
friendly
pet in the
reprieve
background.
from the outside world. It was a hunting ground.
Like
There's another
The terror of Menethil.
documentary maker who I can't
Slightly
think of the
called me
name of.
Witchfinger. Back then,
who they could
I
have
was
gone with.
Harley Davis, the erotic fiction troll king of World of Warcraft, and I was basically in the troll
have a very
mafia
mixed
that
opinion of this
ran
man's
Deathicus.
bedroom.
And I was in a guild with Doc Master Angway in the
For a guy
early
that
part
seems
of
to be
Vanilla WoW.
40 years old, this is a very strange
In original
bedroom.
Vanilla WoW, there was not a lot of instancing.
He's
there
young
was
at heart.
basically 2 continents. And in order to rotate between
That's fair.
one continent and the next continent, Kalimdor and Eastern Kingdoms, you had to physically
I've never played
walk
WoW, so I apologize for
onto a
not
dock
knowing
where
much
you would
about
catch
this.
either a
But I'm
zeppelin
glad that
or
they're
a
explaining
boat.
it for people like me.
What Angway was famous for
I had
was
just burnt out
part
on Lineage
his
2
character,
when this came
which was
out.
a level 60
So,
orc
I didn't
rogue
play it.
in Menethil Harbor, which is a level 30 alliance
Though I gotta say,
leveling zone.
Lineage 2 looks better than this. So much better than this.
It looks so much better than this.
Everyone
Like, don't even get me
that
started.
tried to get on the boat to another continent.
That's an incredible troll. I love it. So what, like in WoW, can you just like attack people out in the open?
I'm
Yes.
angry, and I killed
I didn't know
over
that.
They are from a
10,000
different
players in World
faction.
of Warcraft.
Interesting.
I ganked people
the reason why I'm not
in Menethil
playing it.
Harbor for about 4 months. I did it constantly, and I was a orc rogue. It was very easy to get away from people. They had some of the hardest hitting like melee attacks in the game. It was a griefer's dream.
That actually really
If you
reminded
want
me
to
of
kill
when I
people in a
played
video
Lineage
game, you don't want to
2.
be seen. You want to be able
Yeah.
to get away, and you
My
want to be able to
main
deal a lot of damage
character
really fast.
was one of the highest
The reason I was
level
killing a lot of people in Menethil
early
is because
game
I was trying to recreate something that I had seen in EverQuest.
rogues.
You saw them coming and you were
Like,
scared.
there were
and
like
you did
5
not
of
want
us
to die
who
to
were
these
at the
people.
top of the
I
level
wanted that
charts.
notoriety. I wanted to be.
And I
feared.
was one of them. However, I made a second character, which was a cleric,
People had to come to me.
and I was
and
leveling him up.
They didn't really
and
have
people
very many
would bother my
options
cleric,
of where they could go.
and I would
mean,
just
it was
come
literally a
on my
small
rogue
dock
and wipe
that
them
they had
out.
to walk across and get onto a boat that's a confined space. Menethil was just like the right
I remember I played
combination
Lineage
of
with a friend
lack
of
of
mine.
guards and tricky
He
spots
found
that I
a
could get away
bug
from people if I
that
absolutely
allowed
had to.
him to actually
And
kill
you kill people,
game
maybe 10 a
masters
day,
in
and
the
that was a
game
good day.
on the official
And,
servers.
maybe one of them would get really
And
upset.
he didn't
and that
abuse
was
it.
A better game.
But every now and then, he would just go up to a Gint master and be like, "Stab, you're dead."
He would go in the water to gun you
Act of killing other players, especially when they're below your level or not wanting to fight, is a controversial tradition in World of Warcraft.
That's not ganking,
But
that's player
Anwi's
killing you.
dedication to it
Uncultured
bordered on
swines.
obsessiveness.
That's PK.
It quickly
whatever.
Ganking is when you
into a
go
living
multiple again
nightmare
on one
on his server.
on one person.
I just killed people on the docks.
Yeah, if you do it over and over,
I
that becomes
absolutely
the later.
hate you, Angry. You are a nerd.
I love there's just like BattleNet posts on here.
No, that becomes camping, not
Angry
ganking.
made people's lives hell. His ability to shut down Menethil Harbor for 4 months turned him into one of World of Warcraft's biggest
For 4
anti-heroes.
months. What the fuck?
Back in
I
the
literally
World of
spent
Warcraft,
4 months of my
back in
life
the
just
good
killing
old days,
people
I was
trying to
Squid,
travel to another
Demon Rogue,
continent.
on the Deathicus server. Early on, when I was leveling before I became part of the Deathicus culture, he was certainly a nuisance. The boat to Menethil Harbor was a one-way ticket to death. He knew
So, in
everything.
Lineage,
Since he
if
was
you
a
would have done
rogue, he
this,
had stealth,
we would
he
have
knew
come
where you
with
could
all
hide,
our
he knew
high-level
where you could run, he
players
knew how he
from
could
all the
float,
guilds,
he knew
and we
where
would have
you were
just
going to
nuked your
respawn, he knew
ass
where he was
until
going
you
to
left.
Exactly.
That was probably the first time I ran into him.
Like that happened.
We
Yeah,
would
but
let it
I
go on
I
for
think
4
that's
months.
like I think part of the thing is he's over leveled.
Didn't mean you were safe.
Well, yeah,
Doesn't matter.
we
Oh,
would go.
When you have
Spots where you
200
could go on
players
the
running
insides
your
of
ass
it,
down,
and
you're
you could go
gonna
up on
die.
top of it and whatnot.
Well,
One of my favorite things that I could do, if
even if
somebody
he was
trying to be
over-leveled,
sneaky to get on the boat, and
if
I could just
all the
start on
high-level
boat,
guilds
we're out in the water,
come
they think they're safe.
and
they're hiding
kick your
in the
ass,
corner,
I think
and
it won't
He'd
matter.
hide on the boat to kill you.
I could take down,
Amazing.
like, 4 or 5 low-level people before I needed to jump off the boat.
Oh, so
what
he'd
you
literally
would have
just
to do
sneak
is
on the
you would have
boat,
to go
kill
to
the
the
low-level
graveyard,
people,
and
and
you would have
leave
the
before the
graveyard
high-level
respawn. This
people
would
could
cost,
catch him.
Durability,
Yep.
and this would also make your run back to Menethil Harbor a bit longer.
Then if they stayed on the boat when it zoned, they would end up at their graveyard with 1 health, and then I'm already there. And I could sit there and kill them as many times as I wanted at that point.
He's such a dick. I love him. This
I
is
think
the
it was really
best troll.
frustrating for him because I mean they told me, but it was a lot of fun.
Back when
Like,
people knew how to
it was
troll, man.
Genuine glee a lot of the time.
Yeah.
The guy was legitimately a masterclass, multiple opponent rogue.
He had stealth, he had stuns, he had blinds, he had everything in his toolbox, and he knew how to use every single one of them to make sure he accomplished his goal.
I love this man.
What made Angui exceptional was his dedication to his craft. He turned it into a science.
I love this narrator too. He's doing a great job.
When you play a character up to like level 60, it's a pretty big time investment that you're putting into this. And then to have your character just get completely massacred repeatedly, I think it can be hard to keep your cool, I guess. And I find it fun.
Personally, he probably only killed me probably 3 or 4 times, so I
Yeah,
tried to
why?
avoid it as best I could. After a while, once I realized that Angway was peak Deathicus,
Oh, just 3 or
hey,
4 times, of course.
this is kind of fun. I totally get what this dude's doing.
Being a troll guild, of course we loved him. People would come on the forums and go, Angway's like, I ganked by this level 60 rogue named Angway, and your pain is wine to us. It's like this delicious beer.
Ruthlessly killing players for 8 hours a day made him a terror. But that's not what made Angui famous.
So Angui and I met. We were both teenagers, and we ended up being gilded together.
Oh, boy.
We were on a
Angui's
horribly boring raid, and we just started
Wait.
talking, and we hit it off very quickly. The things that we were doing in World of Warcraft, or that he was doing in World of Warcraft, never seemed like a
This
big
is like, I guess, back when it
deal
was novel to
me.
meet people
Killing
online
people in
and fall in
Menethol,
love
like
with them.
it was a fun prank.
Maybe.
I don't know. It seems fine, but people are really upset.
So we had this alt account named Angway Spy that was literally sitting on a tree stump in Menethil Harbor that was recording all the complaints, everything everybody said whenever he would kill them.
And I would kind of edge people on and tell them that they should complain about Angway, knowing that he was probably going to capture all of that and post it on his website.
That was even
Oh, he had a
more fun
website to
because
post
now
all
he
the
could
hate
actually
complaints?
get the hate
Amazing.
mail.
Yeah.
We're throwing gasoline on a fire.
I set up a website where I
That's
posted
genius.
screenshots of people that had ganked, mainly hate
It
tells
is, it
and
really
I love it.
nasty comments. I thought it showed how good I was doing at my job, I guess.
Hey, Angui, go suck. Poor Angui, insecure little boy who has to take it out in a game.
This is amazing. This is what I like about MMOs. Dumb shit like this.
Stupid Angui.
The website was just kept growing and growing and growing, and I was doing weekly updates with my wife Nicole.
You know, the website took a lot of time. It was a huge undertaking to launch this every week and get something live.
He was this absolutely
People
normal
whispering
dude
him in
living a
game.
normal life with this girlfriend, and his goals were beyond your understanding.
Angui had extraordinary talent for getting under people's skin.
Yeah, Angway hit us
No,
from
no,
both
they're
sides.
not.
He hit us in
I
game,
think we
and then he
understand
would
perfectly what
troll
was
the
going
forums
on.
and let everybody know that he was
Yep,
hitting us in game.
totally
There was
do.
nothing we could do about it.
Well, I really hope you die a painful death.
Jesus
preferably
Christ.
flame, and all
Because
of
some
your
guy killed you in a
followers
video
with you,
game.
And your line stops for good with you.
The website is what really elevated Angui above the everyday trolls in World of Warcraft. It was just so funny seeing how he could
I
get
bet the
Gotta
website
say-
is gone by now.
and all of the hate and vitriol
Gotta
that
say,
was
it
directed
was more
towards
fun
him.
in
That's why I
Rage too.
sympathize with a lot of the victims. I was like, they're just
I mean,
having a bad
we had
day.
a
Just,
war
like, let them go.
with
You
the
did your thing.
Chinese
People got kind of nasty,
gold
though, and at that
miners.
point, my empathy
Amazing.
Kind of goes away.
I was killing random lobies, and I don't know what level this
Hey,
guy was,
Soggy.
but
How you
he
doing?
was very
hello.
upset, and he was letting me know that he didn't like it. Eventually, I got a message from his kid saying,
kid.
"I'm sorry, my dad is being such a jerk," or something like that. Like, he seemed to get it, and I totally told the dad. And from my perspective, it's like,
Wait,
I'm
the
playing a
kid
video
messaged
game
him saying
where
sorry for
this
his
game is
dad.
that you get to kill each other. Like, it's a PvP server. Like, you have an option where you don't get killed.
Yeah, he's
You're
got a
choosing
point.
to go
It's
on
like,
this one where
you don't
get
wanna
killed,
fight
and then
PvP,
getting
you don't have
upset
to come
that you get
here.
killed. And in hindsight, I feel bad about it. Like, I have kids now, but I never saw him again. And I don't think that kid, I'm sure that was not a fun time for him.
I think one of the big things that is really interesting about him in his entire story is that there's a duality of two different people. In the game, he has
like how
one
everyone else has,
personality,
like
in
this
real
guy
life
had
he's
that guy had the
another. He
weirdest
can
bedroom. It's
separate
like a really
those traits
fancy,
that you play in game
kind of
don't
like
always
looks like
come
an
out
older
in
person's
IRL.
bedroom.
Honestly, it's socially acceptable in my eyes for him to be able to do this. Yes, it's going to piss off some people, and he's probably over there just
I would
laughing, being
argue
like,
most
"Yeah,
of the
that
time
sucks
they
for you,
don't
man. I'm
come
going
out
to keep
in
doing
IRL.
it though, because to me it brings me joy."
At some point, somebody found out that they could get my name, or what they thought was my name, and my address and my phone number from DNS on the website. I mean, it's a little
That is true. You can't do that.
I remember it being like, oh wow, like this is getting serious. Like, are they actually gonna do something about this, or are they just trying to intimidate us? And so, you know, it seemed like the less attention we gave it, the faster it went away.
As Angwy's reign of terror
Oh, yeah.
continued each and every day for those 4 months, he only became more notorious, while other players would often challenge him, and even sometimes win. No one could permanently stop his killing spree.
At some point, I got a message from a just a random person in the guild. He's like, hey, somebody wrote a guide on how to get around.
That's so
I
cool.
wanted the guide really bad, so I leveled up a character and then got into their guild, got forum
Fun fact,
access.
all of those skeletons
and
we've
got
been
the
seeing.
guide. And
If
it
I
was a
remember how
full-on
World of
guide on.
Warcraft
how
Oh
to
my
full of
God, he
players.
snuck into their guild.
Flattering thing. Somebody took the time to, to think up all these different.
He had a
tactics on how to
guide
get
for
around me.
this.
I
Once
love
got
it.
them, I
Someone
pretty
went on
much just
GameFAQs
tried
and
to
wrote a
make
guide
it
for
as
this
valid
man.
as possible. And that was probably my most prized possession, other than my daughters now.
That guide is really indicative of Angwy's influence on Deathicus. He was more than just another player. He became this raid boss that required
love
the
it.
coordination of
That's
entire
so
guilds
good.
in order to take down. No one else has
If
really
you're a
ever done
troll,
that
is there
before
any
or
higher
since.
victory than this? Is that where people are so mad at you they're writing guides on how to beat you?
Had a revelation.
I wasn't doing well in community college. All my friends that I used to play with, they were all going to school.
I can't wait for
or they were
episode 2.
having families. I didn't really know what to do with my life, I guess.
Aw,
I
poor
didn't want
guy.
to play video games.
Oh, no.
My whole life.
Oh no, real life.
You really need a life.
The greatest enemy of gamers.
When it was over, it was almost like a relief of like, I don't have to live up to those expectations anymore.
So it
Yeah,
kind
the
of
music.
got down to where like, do I want to do this thing I don't enjoy, or do I want to go try to, go to school? I went to college. I got a degree in game art and design. I became a computer programmer. I worked at a few game companies, and then I started a family, and now I take care of kids full time. So I kind of get griefed by them now.
Totally deserves it.
Long after Angwy quit World of Warcraft, his legacy spread and lived on. Cracked.com awarded him the #1 move in an online game, while in YouTube videos and forums and Reddit threads, players retold Angwy's story again.
That's so good.
Angwy's story really harkens back to a time when World of Warcraft was just much more social. And I think players really crave
that's so
that kind of
cool.
freedom to write their own legacy.
It
And
really
that's
is.
why Angwy's
Like
story
this
has
is what's
endured.
cool about like
I don't know.
multiplayer games and
I
video
don't think
games
that
in
game
general.
exists anymore. The gaming culture has changed so much that I don't know that you'd even be able to recreate the same thing again.
The best part about World
I
of
mean,
Warcraft to
this
me
sort of
was
thing
always the
happens
people.
in,
The community's changed.
what the
I
heck
mean,
is it?
I make
Elden
sense.
Ring.
That's really what MMOs
No,
like should be.
um,
That's what they are about. And if your MMO's not about
It's a
that, then
sci-fi
your
MMO
MMO
that people
sucks. That's really all
equate to
there is to it.
spreadsheet.
I think that's where a
Oh,
lot of the really
EVE
good
Online.
players come from. Is
Yeah.
that player?
Oh, I was
interaction.
talking more about
Something
stuff
that's
like how there's that guy that
mostly
literally wants to
gone
just he exists to
from
Let
fight.
me solo her.
Yeah, let me solo
currently, and
her.
I think World of Warcraft
Who
was
got
kind of
a ton of
start.
articles written about
After I
him.
quit, I missed it.
And
a
then
lot. Like I really.
there
was
was a
like,
guy
"Ah,
in Fallout
you know,
76 when it
this
first
was a
came
lot
out
of
who was
fun.
like, there's no good in-game content, so I'm going to get the best
see
equipment,
doing it
level up
again.
like crazy, and I'm going to be the final boss. And
I'm
if you're on
kinda
the same
looking
server
forward
as me,
to,
just message me and I'll come fight you.
Killing people.
Like, that's the closest we have to, like, I guess this today.
Worry turned into panic.
I made a mistake. and I got stuck over there.
Oh, I've heard of that, the one with the EVE Online one, where like some dude got stranded in EVE not EVE Online, Elite Dangerous. He was playing Elite. Oh, hello.
Hey, Boca.
Welcome.
This is supposed to just be a video.
Hello. Starts in a few minutes.
I wanted that
Yay! I didn't miss the last one at least.
It has like a pre-show thing, but it's just like
I don't know how you would
previews.
go about even finding someone who is essentially.
How is everyone?
Doing okay.
We finally tracked down one member of this mysterious
We saw, at least for me, some big reveals at the Xbox show.
Normal dude.
Oh yeah, Silk Song. I saw on Twitter.
His goals were beyond your
Yeah,
understanding.
Silk Song, Persona as well.
Wait, Persona.
Yeah, Persona 5 is coming. Persona 3 Portable, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 5 Royale are all coming to Game Pass and PC.
Truly trust the people
To PC.
Diablo.
Yes.
Yep.
Also, we saw Diablo 4.
The Sims was the ultimate.
What
I'm
else?
kind of done with Diablo because I think everyone realizes that they're just gonna make it pay to win.
Honestly, Diablo, the mainline series, I think it's the one where people, if they see pay to win, they're gonna push back
I still
on
got
that
4
one.
magazines. Do we want to go
I
back?
think people have just given up on Diablo Immortal.
Yeah.
I don't think they've given up. They've given up on Diablo 4.
People haven't given up on the main land, but I kind of agree with Asmongold. He's like, you just know they're gonna do this to the original too.
They already have, and they have tried it. I'm just confident that people will actually push back hard on it if they so much is there. Because Diablo has a legacy.
What's
a
the
proper
channel
solid
this time?
The PC Gamer Twitch channel.
PC Gamer? Alright.
Yes.
This was the one I was excited for, so I'm glad I didn't miss it.
Oh, apparently, Steam has already updated their page for this one.
Ooh, I want to go and look at it.
A few things we've seen before from Quick Look.
Oh, they're apparently
Frozen
giving
Flame,
Ark
I'm
Survival
kinda
Evolved
interested
for
in
free on
You-
Steam.
When Frozen Flame comes out, do you want to play with me, Manga? It's a open world action RPG.
What was that again?
Do you want to play Frozen Flame with me when it comes out?
Maybe?
Because it's
Alright, looks
Good
like we're getting
things come
started.
to those who wait, and your patience has finally paid
world
off.
action RPG.
Get ready because the 2022 PC Gaming Show kicks
God,
off
there's a
in
card
just
game coming
a
out that
few
looks
moments, and we got dozens of new games, trailers, exclusive interviews.
More
which
War
means
Tales.
there's
Come on,
only
you can't
one
do
thing
this.
left to do. It's countdown time, and I'll see you in a sec.
There's too many games. I don't have the money.
27 seconds.
I might be a little bit ahead of you
There's a lot of
because
interesting things. Not a lot of big games, games yet. At least ones that they've shown.
Flintlock is also here, so maybe we see more of that. And yeah, they even say it's
10
Souls-like, so
seconds.
that's probably for me.
I wonder if any of New Blood stuff is going to be here. Look, it's a water cooler.
With text.
Can't do that.
Hey everyone, welcome to the PC Gaming Show 2022. I'm
Oh, there's a
Day9
Steam Deck.
Still,
Hey,
one
Mika.
of your hosts, joined again by the amazing Mika Bergen. Hi. While we may look like elaborate Unreal Engine renders, we are here in the flesh, as is the hardware, bringing you the best and brightest in the world of PC gaming.
Over the next 2 hours, we are going to
Dang,
showcase
2
a
hours.
metric ton of killer upcoming PC
Holy moly,
games through
okay.
world premieres, exclusive interviews, and a few surprises along the way. And you, the folks at home, might even be able to win yourself a
Do y'all
fancy
recognize
computer
Mika
if you
Burton?
play your
I
cards
don't.
right.
I don't think
And
I
now
know
you
who
may
this
remember
person
the last
is.
time you saw me on this show.
Nope.
things
I
ended
don't recognize
quite
most of
literally
them, so-
explosively.
Yeah, yeah.
There was a robot who tried
she's
to
done a
destroy
lot of
the
stuff,
human
but,
race, electrocuted me. I think I died.
She's
Definitely
part of
died.
G4
I'm not
TV.
really sure.
Oh,
It
okay.
was standard
That makes
robot
sense.
looking stuff.
Because I know
The
of Day
overbearing
9,
animated
but like I
existential
haven't heard
crises.
of
Yeah,
her before.
well,
But
actually,
good to
what
know.
happened to DevBot anyway? Wasn't he supposed to come back for this
Mika's
show?
also
Revenge of
the daughter
DevBot.
of LeVar Burton.
Oh,
Ah.
We melted him down to try to make our own graphics cards since they're still hard to
Nope,
find.
still love that.
I would say he's in a better place, but I played Cyberpunk 2077 and he's not.
Ooh, that's pretty dark for the start of the show.
Or nostalgic.
Aw.
But none of that
Day
matters because
9,
the show
come on.
actually took place in a parallel reality.
All right, so you're telling me there's actually a multiverse?
According to the writers who told me this 5 minutes before we went live, I am saying there's a multiverse.
All right.
We're now apparently on Earth 3, which is not to be confused with E3 because this show is still happening.
Oh, and we are so thrilled to be back as a part
You
of this
just say that
weekend
this
full of
show's better than
celebrations
E3.
of gaming by putting the spotlight on something near
I think
and
that's
dear to our
what the
hearts.
joke was. Yeah.
PC gaming.
And so, without any further ado, it's time for my favorite.
Are they partnered with the people that do E3?
No.
Nope. At least not as far as I'm aware.
Oh, what's this?
It's very quiet.
Oh no, why? Now the entire
Ooh.
chat's gonna be.
Monda's Games.
Yeah, the entire chat started. They're like Mongus and Modius.
Oh, I just minimized the chat. I don't care what they think.
Oh god, they're all going Morbius? Morb?
Oh, for the love of... Let that meme die already. It's not a good meme.
Sorry, I don't think it's ever gonna die.
This looks kind of neat.
Between
No!
death and
Very
transcendence,
doggy.
a chimera chooses death.
We need gameplay.
Yeah, I want a little more gameplay.
Oh, I think this is Solstice.
Oh, this might be gameplay. Well, not maybe cutscenes, but in engine at least.
Yeah, I think I've seen that before.
Okay, you got transforming sword.
Have mercy on your souls.
I do like transforming swords, but
I don't care that they're impractical. They're cool.
Exactly.
It's a YouTube channel that rates anime swords and stuff, and game swords, and seeing if they would be actually usable.
As long as we are together, we're not.
And I think they said that a lot of Cloud's transforming swords would work actually.
They wanted yet another monster.
He said the main one probably wouldn't because of how thick it is and stuff. But like all the ones that make it out and stuff.
Solstice. Oh, do you know this from something?
Yeah, they had this last year.
Oh, okay. I don't remember it at all.
Everyone's like, he's Morbin!
Oh, for the
I mean, we
love
can
of-
read the chat. We don't really need to hear what they say.
Sorry.
Register now for early PC demo access.
I know I'm gonna get the Persona game.
Oh, I think that was just for Game Pass. I don't know if they're gonna show that here.
No, it's a PC.
Well, yeah, but like,
I know
They-
they're not gonna show it again.
oh, sorry, I thought
I
that's
was
what you meant.
okay, this is kind of funny.
It's cute. Rotwood.
There's actual gameplay for the
Early
the one from
access
before.
2020.
This one looks interesting. I saw the
Wait, are you like mage tactical breach wizards? Okay, this is kind of neat. Oh, gunplay. Nice.
This is my mom's place. She's at bingo.
I like this idea.
I'd like XCOM with wizards.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like something that should be.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
rewind. Okay.
Ooh, that was a big gun.
Surprise.
Oh no.
It's such a creative idea.
I love that joke. That joke was very Boca.
Oh no. The tentacles came out.
Oh, that's sick! You can fly out the window.
if we can stop World War V. Okay, that might need to get wishlisted.
Yeah, that's getting...
Wizards.cool.
You just saw Tactical Breach Wizards, a turn-based game of sorcery and SWAT team strategy from the makers of Gunpoint and Heat Signature. My strategy, personally, is very simple. Breach, bang, clear, magic missile, dramatic flourish, abra, cadaver. Get it? Cadaver. Dead body.
Kind of reminds me of Rifts.
Next, we have a solution to the
If
age-old
anyone
problem of
ever
not
played
having
that
time to
tabletop
read and
game.
play video games. Just do both at the same time, obviously. Star Wars Industries has you covered with their sci-fi thriller inspired by Stanislaw Lem's novel, The Invincible. So here's your first look at the first ever gameplay footage.
Okay. Could be interesting.
World premiere.
Depends on how they do it, I guess.
You. What have you done?
Where are you taking me?
You came here yourself. So what are you expecting, huh?
You've set up a field camp down there. Yes, ma'am. So I didn't expect you to have a second one here. Really?
Sit here and don't dare move. What are you doing here?
You're not gonna like this part.
Ooh, 11-bit Studios. It looks pretty.
Beta footage.
I like how they're wasting time looking at the inside of the vehicle.
The radiation level is growing
Just showing you
rapidly.
that
It's starting to get
little
interesting.
stuff that's very...
I'll pretend I didn't hear that, Doctor.
Oh yeah, I'm about to die. It started to get interesting. I agree.
High radiation.
That's good for your skin.
That gives you a nice
No, it's
tan.
not. Unless your name is Godzilla, I don't think radiation is good for your skin.
Are you sure?
Yes, quite.
You sure?
I mean, you get scales at one point.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you died before.
I think that is a plus. I'm sorry.
Mobile antimatter cannon.
How many of those did they?
You already
I'm
have
not scary,
scales.
by the way, I promise.
Dead.
You already have scales.
I admire your composure.
Don't judge me!
Wait, someone's here.
Two of them.
Astrogator, they're dead.
So you found someone. Fortunately, such unpleasant discoveries are indispensable to the mission.
I didn't let that thought get to me. I was counting on this meeting very much. At worst, it could have been another abandoned place, but not this.
But what exactly?
That's a good question.
Big hall through multiple hills. That's never a
Getting
good
into the
sign.
recorder. What do we have here? Uh-huh. They made their way through with a beam of antimatter.
How subtle. Did you locate this passage?
Yeah?
It's kind of hard to miss.
I'm looking at it now.
Yep.
They pierced a hole several meters in diameter and several dozen meters
I'm not
long.
certain. It might be the big hole in the wall.
And I got news for you. Antimatter wouldn't look like that.
Definitely.
Eh, who cares?
Yes. My head feels like it's
Okay,
bursting
something's
from
definitely
pressure.
wrong.
Can you continue?
Yes. I'm better now.
I'm sure it's not the radiation we were exposed to a little bit before.
Actually, there's
Nope,
nothing
not
here
the
that I
radiation.
haven't seen before. There are a lot of metal bushes that were near our camp.
Yeah, it's the frame rate.
The lower parts of the bushes are how to put it? Fruitless.
So they came to pick the fruits.
She doesn't seem to be breathing so well.
This robot looks like it has started its task and got stuck.
What task?
This is one of the robots carrying containers with research material. It took the container, but never left that place.
Why do you think it's stuck?
Well, it goes in circles using the same path. The robot's gone.
You must have broken his loop.
But I didn't.
No, he must have done something. Never mind. Follow it.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, the antimatter cannon's up.
What, a robot?
No, antimat.
Come on, Yasna. Run. Hide.
Yeah, boy.
Yasna, are you alive?
Yes, it's fucked up the robot.
What's it doing now?
Looking right at you.
Take care of our people, Novik.
This will be interesting. Looks kind of cool.
It's time to take a pit stop at the nearest dungeon to prove that chivalry isn't dead.
He's wearing
If you think
AirPods. I thought this
emphasize
was
those
the
words
PC
weirdly, you're
gamer
right.
show.
And it'll all make sense momentarily when you see these next 4 games, especially when you hear from our friends at Tripwire Interactive. Roll that beautiful footage.
X4.
You?
Sega.
Sega.
You don't have what it takes.
Here we go.
You'll be back here too scared to try again. Cause the dungeon will turn you into lunch meat. Unless you're way
Oh,
tougher
I
than
think
you
we've
look.
seen this before.
We got the guns, the turrets, the upgrades. But what you really need is guts and skills. Grab your posse and say your prayers.
Oh, in
Endless Dungeon!
okay.
Oh yeah, we have seen this one last year.
Be the first
I've been
to
waiting
play.
for this one so long. Please tell me you have a release date now, finally.
To give your feedback.
This is their first.
You have what it
This
takes.
is Endless going into the multiplayer. Shoot 'em up.
Yep.
Right. Release date.
Nope.
Oh, this is manager again.
Yeah, it's like an
Yep.
F1 manager game.
Welcome to F1 Manager
Yeah, they just called it, like,
2022,
Manager
the ultimate F1
2022.
simulation, putting you in the position of team principal at one of the 10 current F1 teams, battling it out for a chance to be the next world champion.
I'm sure
Choose
car
your team and
nerds will
drive
love
every
this.
decision that leads to you
Hey,
making your
hey,
mark on the
here-
grid,
here's
and hopefully
my
the
thing.
podium. Winning championships depends on your ability to
Is it
make the
gonna be a
right
one-time
calls on
purchase?
and off the track.
Is
During
what?
races, your mastermind strategy.
Is the
Plan
game
tyre
gonna be a
stints for each
one-time
driver
purchase?
and make changes
I
on the
would
fly
think
when
so.
necessary.
Yeah,
Issue
yeah, I
driver
hope people
callouts, such as
understand.
instructing them to attack or defend,
What happened
manage
to
their
the
tyre wear
last
and
car
battery
game everyone
usage,
was
or
excited
even to
about?
avoid
Yeah,
battling a
I
teammate.
understand the question.
All while reacting to
unfortunately.
dynamic events like race incidents and
That's
fluctuating
a
weather
question
and
we
track
don't ask
conditions.
enough. I feel.
Between
Yeah.
race weekends, you'll control every detail of your
I've
team
gotten
from
very
your
cynical
state-of-the-art
about
headquarters.
anything that has to do with
Hire
cars or
best-in-class staff to
sports
work
or
across your
anything.
aerodynamics
Well,
and
yeah, but that
engineering
was
teams
just Sony,
and put them to
right?
the task to develop
You're
your
talking about
own
Forza or-
anything
No,
you
no,
can.
no.
for upcoming races.
No, it was.
Optimize your finances to keep the board
Copy
happy,
it
improve and
itself.
maintain your facilities, and scout talent from F2
Okay,
and
I don't know what
F3
you're
to try and
referring to.
ensure future success. They say knowledge is power, and keeping a close eye on a plethora of realistic
just
data
say-
will help give you the edge. From the
Why
finer
does it kinda
details of
feel
how
like
car parts affect
some of
overall
the
performance
UI is
to a
missing
track's
a button?
expected grip level, to the condition of your wind
I
tunnel.
don't. I
How
don't
you
think it
analyze
does.
the
It
data
looks
and
fine to
choose
me.
to spend your resources will make
think
or
I see
break
what
Car
your
performance
progress.
summary. Why is it?
You'll find
Well,
depth and
it's
detail
funny
in
like that.
abundance,
They always make
even
it
down
where
to real-world
things are
team radio
kinda
messages
even and
between
nice
drivers
Yeah,
and engineers,
it's
and race
missing a
commentary
button.
from David Croft and Karun Chandok. While broadcast-style presentation showcases 2022's striking new car design with real trackside and onboard camera angles. Sleek management menus and intuitive
Just
controls
say,
will
I
drive
won't
the
get a car
immersive
game if they're
F1
gonna try to
fantasy
make me
home
pay real
as
world
you
money
plan
for
and
the
execute
car.
the perfect
Okay.
strategy.
That's
F1
fine.
Manager 2022. Pre-order the digital version now for early access from
I
August
mean,
25th.
it's not really interesting to me in the first place. So.
Something like this would be great if they had Switch extension.
Hey everyone, after 1 year of Chivalry 2, we've more than doubled the size of the game, and now we're excited to bring even more knights onto the battlefield. Because today, right now, Chivalry 2 is out on Steam with crossplay between all platforms. This is our biggest update to the game yet, and it brings players to an all-new desert theater of war, and best of all, brings us horses into Chivalry 2
I mean,
in
they
mounted combat.
agree with a lot
We
of
want to
things
thank our
they
community for making the game the success that it's been so
crossplay-wise.
far, and if you haven't played it yet, now is the
That's
best time to
true.
check
I
out
think
Chivalry
they
2.
were getting-
Look at our new trailer that shows off the new
They
update
kind of
and
have
its
to right
Notion
now
invasion.
because of how many people are mad that they won't do it.
Yeah. They've actually allowed a lot of games.
Oh,
Warframe also needs to add it
I
at
want
some
them to
point.
add
is at an end.
cross,
The Agathians flee to
what you
their
call it,
stronghold.
Crossplay.
This
not exactly crossplay, but more like, let me move
Cross-save?
my save file.
Cross progression.
Cross-crossing on Paladin, because I found out today I don't have any of the stuff from my Paladins on PlayStation on my PC.
back into the desert.
Yeah, Sony's usually pretty bad about cross progression.
Their forces will crash and break against the bulwark. If the wall falls,
I've never played a Chivalry
we
game.
must retaliate.
Will this be good? It looks fun.
It's like a multiplayer, like knight,
Ready the
like game, like medieval
Oh,
combat.
yeah.
Long
I would-
has Senosha remained safe from my fury.
Okay,
No more.
I would play the knight, like the joust. Oh!
They dare to strike
I don't think you necessarily quite get that sort of choice.
You sometimes... I think you can steal other people's horses, if I remember. So, worst case scenario, find someone with a horse and he has him and take the horse.
I know you get to pick some stuff, but
Yeah, I think you kind of have to like.
Hi everyone, I'm Phil from Sweet
Do
Bandits,
certain
live from
stuff.
Quebec City. Really glad to be here today for the PC Gaming Show. We'll be showing the first trailer for our game, Deceive Inc. It's a multiplayer competitive spy game where you get to use social stealth, high-tech gadgets, and powerful spy abilities to try and get the upper hand. We've had the chance of working with Tripwire Presents on the project, so this is only the beginning. Please follow us on social
Yes,
media
the
at
powerful
Play Deceive
spy
Inc. to learn
ability,
more.
gun.
We'll be releasing the game in
Gun
early
is pretty
2023
strong as an
on
ability.
PC, Xbox Series S, and X,
Yeah, but
and
it's
PS5.
definitely not a spy
Thank you
ability,
so
let's
much,
be honest.
and
I know,
let's enjoy the
switch
trailer.
around.
Unless
Good
you mean you
afternoon,
summon a
ladies.
gun out
Your
of
mission
nowhere.
is simple. Infiltrate the frozen
Or out of an
coral
impossible
underwater
space,
hotel
like you
and
summon a
retrieve the
full-on
blueprint
rifle out
of
of
a
your
powerful
pocket.
weapon. As you know, Deceive Inc.'s company policy is to deploy multiple agents to ensure the mission's success.
Oh,
Only
so you're
one will
competing
get the
against your
paycheck.
friends
Do
to
whatever
sneak
it
in.
takes, agent, and be careful out there.
Try your best. Let's see if it's enough. Booyah!
This is a cool idea.
Ka-ching! Oh, come on. They can't be this fast.
Can work.
And they thought it was secure.
The also remind me of American Arcadia.
I am victorious.
I mean, visually, there's some similarity.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Is that it?
Right on target. Outskilled and outgunned.
So it's like 4 people are trying to sneak in and do this thing, but also you can kill each other. Yep.
Target acquired. Moving to rendezvous point.
I like this. Seems cool.
You might as well let someone else do the work, and then just pop them at the end.
Mission complete.
Among
and it's
Us
like,
in 3D.
and it's like, well, it's not Among Us because you're not trying to find out who's the spy. There's all the 4 players are a spy, and you're just...
Among Us, but everyone is an imposter, and we all have kill buttons.
No, it's its own thing, y'all.
I know it's its own thing. Shush. I'm making a joke.
Let me ask you something. Do you ever have a reoccurring dream that you really wish would come true? I mean,
No.
mine personally involves a flight of unicorns and a Valkyrie army on Pegasuses, but yours may be different. But, somehow I doubt it. This year, we've partnered with the PC builders at iBuyPower to bring a very
Please build your own
different dream to
computers.
life. My dream PC room.
Please do not buy
Unfortunately, there's
pre-built
bad news
PCs.
for me.
They
I
are
don't
usually
get to
not worth
keep
the
it.
money.
But very good news for one of
Especially
you.
from
We're going to be giving
iBuyPower.
the entire contents
Like,
of
if
this
you want a
room
good
away to a
pre-built, go
lucky winner
watch
watching
all
the
of the
show.
pre-built
So
videos
let's
from
dive in
Gamers
and
Nexus,
see
and
what's
you'll
up
see
for
how many
grabs.
of them kind of rip you
The
off.
beating heart of any PC gaming dream room is,
I mean,
of course,
I
the
did
rig. So
buy
let's
a
start
pre-built.
there. As you can see, the mad
during the
geniuses at iBuyPower have
graphics
built
card
an
crisis.
absolute
Yeah.
doozy.
Yeah, I did the
First
same.
thing you'll notice
I
is
went through
that
powered
K-Y60
GPU,
case with
so-
its wraparound
Yeah, but that
tempered
makes
glass
sense.
panels.
Like, you're getting
This
it so
thing
you
is
can
built
gut it,
from the
or because it's the
ground
only way
up
to get the
display
equipment that you need.
sickest PC
But, like, a
tech
lot
you
of
can
people who do
squeeze
this
into a
because they're
desktop
like, because I
machine.
don't know how to build a
And
computer.
let's
It's like,
face it, if
just
you've
learn,
managed to bag
and
a
you'll
graphics
get a
card in
better
these
thing.
dry times,
Really,
you owe it
they're
to Silicon
boutique
Gods to
builders
show it off
for
properly.
streamers. So
Okay, the case and
it made
lighting
lots of
is
sense.
dope, but for this to be
Yeah.
a true dream PC, we need more than just state-of-the-art drip. Luckily, the substance matches the
But,
style.
like, that's different
so
than,
let's
like,
check out the guts of our dream
iBuyPower
PC.
or
And trust
NZXT
me, there's
or
plenty
any of the
power
other, like,
crammed in.
mainstream.
The big
So
question
now
though is what Pixel Pusher
NZXT
iBuyPower
does
has used,
sell
and you
a
won't
kit
be
to
disappointed
let you build
with
your
an
own.
overclocked RTX
I kind of like
3090
that
from
idea.
Gigabyte,
Like,
right?
you just get the
This
parts
24 gigabyte monster of a GPU
pre-assembled
packs
for you, so you don't have to
handling
design it
stay chill and the
yourself,
power
and
to
then you
smash
assemble
through
it.
any game you throw
Like,
at
I
it.
like that idea.
Yeah, and they give you
Graphics
good
card is the
instructions.
rig's
I've seen it.
MVP, but any
That's good.
superstar needs
I
some
wanna.
backup, and the
I might
fastest
actually
gaming
look into
CPU
that.
around,
That sounds
the
tempting.
Intel 5.5 gigahertz Core i9 12900KS
Depending
with
on what it
32
comes with.
gigabytes of
Because, like,
DDR5
speccing out the
RAM and
PC
2
is the most
terabytes
frustrating
of
part
seriously
of
fast
building it
SSD
out.
storage,
You know?
both from ADATA,
Like,
In a lot of
makes
cases.
up the perfect
Having to
support
shop
team.
around, find, like, compare
Whew,
parts
that is
from
a
different
whole lot
vendors.
of PC.
It'd be nice to not
But
have to
Mika,
worry
you
about
may
that.
greedily wonder, what about the peripherals? Well, animal lovers, we got
And
you
NZXT,
covered, 'cause the
I do
Eclipse
really
wireless
like their
headset comes in plush
case
vegan leather
designs.
trim with a 30-hour battery life and competition.
I will
grade
say that's one of the
2.4
better looking
gigahertz
gaming
connection.
headsets I've
And
seen.
you noisy typers are going to love the clicky-clacky mechanical
I
keyboard
don't
that comes
really
with
like gaming
Oh,
headsets.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Oh no,
RGB?
I've
Of
grown to
course. The
kind of
keyboard
dislike
and mouse
them.
both light
But I
up
guess
like
if you're not a
Atlantic City
streamer,
on a Saturday night.
it's whatever. Get
And
whatever
yeah, you
works
can
for
turn
you.
it off so you can actually get some sleep. You can find out more about this gear
I don't really
feature
like that
today
keyboard,
over
though.
at
I got a
iBuyPower.com, but I know what you really want to know.
got it
The info on how to win this
company that-
beastly setup. So here are the details.
Basically, all they're doing is
Thanks,
charging you for the
Mika.
part.
Yes,
and then
folks,
you
it
just do
couldn't be
better.
easier to
Yeah.
enter our Dream PC giveaway. For your chance, just
That's
to
not really a
enter
pre-build.
Gamer
Like, when I think
Dream PC and
when I
follow
think
the simple
pre-built, I
instructions.
think like
There,
I
you'll
went
find
to
a
Best Buy
complete
and
breakdown
bought a
of the
computer
price,
that was
which,
already
don't
assembled.
Oh no,
worry,
no, no, no.
also
Oh, God,
comes with
no.
some
What's
very
that?
swish monitors as well as the
I don't even
eligibility
have
ones.
Best Buy
Good luck,
around here,
gamers.
but I know.
That is right. Just
how
head over
bad
to
it can be.
PCGamer.com.
Insert
/DreamPC
PC
for
electronics
your chance to
store
win.
here.
But for now, let's get back to
Whatever's
the
in
games.
your region.
From Kepler Interactive and A44 Games
Oh,
comes
mine was from
Flintlock:
a
The Siege of
website.
Dawn, an action RPG from the team behind Ashen, where gods and
I actually
guns
got mine
collide.
from, ironically, the place I now work at.
So I just had to check by going to the link and seeing what would happen.
We just
and
saw this.
the link,
Yeah, Flintlock.
Instead,
yeah, the link though already has a service unavailable.
no one yet knows.
Yeah, everyone probably clicking it will do that.
What?
Intend to find
The Dream PC they just showed.
I mean, you're offering people a free PC.
Just went the 3090.
People will jump on that.
I'm simple like that. And this game still does look pretty cool.
I checked the actual gameplay on it on Steam. It looks good, and it's kind of Souls-like in nature, so yeah, definitely my type of game.
Being Souls-like kind of makes me not want to play it, but See, this part looks just like Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I still say that's what it reminds me of the most.
That's valid.
being attacked by birdies.
Oh, not another swamp. I just noticed that.
Ooh, that gun. Footlock.
Yep.
Yeah, they showed this in the Xbox One as well.
Yeah, it's coming to Game Pass.
I don't like Game Pass. Too many people support it, and let's be honest, yeah, it gives you a lot of good games and stuff.
Hey, PC
But here's the
Gaming Show.
thing.
I'm Derek
What if-
Bradley, the
what if
CEO
Xbox
of
just
Baseball
decides they
Games
don't want
and
you to
creative
have
director
those
of
games?
Flintlock, the Siege
I
of
mean,
Dawn.
you could still just
Flintlock
buy
is
the
set in a world
games.
ruled by old
It's like
gods.
saying, oh,
Yeah,
this
but you're
this show you like
humanity
isn't on
now has
Netflix.
the power of black
Then you can
powder,
just
bombs, and
go
flintlock
pay
rifles
for the thing.
to
Like I
finally
don't
overthrow
like
the gods
you never
and
owned the
take the
game.
world
The whole
back.
point is it's
You'll play as
you're
Nora,
paying a
Yeah,
sub
that's
to
the
play.
issue I have
one of
with
the
it as
elite
well,
explosives
honestly,
experts
so
of
You're
the
paying
Creation
I
us
get
subs.
what you mean, Boca.
But
Nora
you can
herself
cancel any
has
time.
a personal vendetta against the gods.
Right,
and
and then you
stopped
don't
nothing
get
to
those
get her
games.
revenge.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
pay
but
money
you're
to
When Nora
play
brings
the
firepower,
game,
her fox-like companion Enki
but you
brings
don't get to
magic to
keep
the
the game.
battlefield.
Yeah,
You will have
that's
to
how
master a
renting
combination
works
of
and
axe
subscription
combat and
services
gunplay,
work.
while your
Like
companion
you
Enki uses his
complain.
it's a
magical
little
powers to
different.
disrupt enemies.
It's a little
We
different.
can't wait to show
But
you
like-
more Flintlock
Actually, no,
games
it's
released next
literally
year.
renting.
Head over to our socials
it's
for
like,
more info.
do you
And
pay
don't
for
forget to
Spotify?
wish list now on Steam
Or
and
Netflix?
Epic Game Store.
No.
Have a
Zijn we
great
de
show.
internet provider?
Coming up next, a mysterious new
Yeah,
sci-fi
it's
game
like-
from
I
11-bit
just don't like
Studios, the
renting in
creators of
general.
this world.
And that's fine, that's valid,
Hear
but I'm
all
just
about it
like-
in our exclusive interview.
It's not really any
We'll
different
also
from
show
any
you
other
the
subscription
for Outriders
service.
from Square Enix and People.
Outriders, the game
Plus,
that literally
if
nobody
you look
plays.
back on high school and think, you know, those
Yeah, not
4 years
anymore.
would have been better if
The
I was
endgame is
fighting
trash.
literal demons, you're
Yeah,
definitely going
it's
to want
really
to
a
study
good
up on
now.
our next world-exclusive independent game
Demon
inspired by the
School.
Persona
This
series.
looks cool.
Choke your health potions now because
It
there
looks
is so
good.
much more PC
I
gaming
just-
show coming your way.
Why is
Before we
the
go,
game
the folks
so-
at Compass Data Centers have a little quiz for you. How much higher
Why
is
is my
5G's
brain
data
being
capacity
cynical
compared to
today?
current 4G networks? Scan this QR code and answer the question for a chance to win $500 worth of stuff from
sometimes I'm
Razer.
just cynical,
Or
I
visit
don't know why.
gaming.compassdatacenters.com.
Probably I'm not like this.
Okay, now back to the PC gaming show.
Maybe I'm just still tired.
Maybe.
Ready to game the system?
Oh, I don't want to see the
Yeah,
credit
this is good.
cards.
You slay. You
I'm
achieve.
tired of this credit
You
card
win.
ad.
So should your bank account. Because your
I would
power
even
The
get one if
fuck
I
is
wanted
this?
to.
Get your gamer
Mana is
bank
the best
account?
game rewards debit card where you can
I'm
earn
just gonna
personal
mute
points
that.
by paying and playing and
Yeah,
get rewarded
honestly,
with the
good
things you
idea.
actually want.
Nope.
Like
They
that
never
skin
actually
you
give me
can show
one,
off.
so
Or your next gear
it matters
upgrade.
nothing
So
to
why
me.
pay any other way? Pay with Mana.
Even if they
Pay
gave
with
me one for
power.
free, I'd be like,
Mana.
nah.
Game
Friendly
necessity.
I don't want to support that. No.
So I
True.
know what you're thinking, and the answer is yes. It's time to talk
They
about
stopped
The
letting
Alters,
credit
the brand
cards
new
on high
game
school and
from
college
11
campuses, and so now they're going to
The
Twitch.
Warsaw-based studio made us cry in this war of mine.
Is this
making
gonna be
difficult
Frostpunk?
choices in the face of
Please be
the only
Frostpunk
company
2.
so far
in
that's really,
Frostpunk and battle encroaching
really the only
corruption and
company
children
that
of Morta.
failed this
The
time
Altar
is
sends us to the
Sony.
deepest, darkest reaches of space.
Oh, this
in a
is something
survival
else.
story that is guaranteed
Yes.
to give you an existential crisis in a good way. This is a really big moment for this year's show. I can't wait. Let's take a look.
Let's see what this is. 11-bit
Really big
Studios
moment.
publishes and
Really
makes some
big-
good games.
Very big moment for.
I mean, they have a good pedigree,
World premiere.
so.
Yeah.
I did love the War of Mine.
I
have heard it's a good game.
I don't know if it's the same developers, but it's the same publisher, so it might be just a different team that they have at 11-bit.
Might be.
I mean, this obviously isn't gameplay. Like, not with cloth physics like that. Like, your,
I mean, it could be.
your computer would
Could
melt.
be. It could be in what you call it, Unreal Engine 5.
What's with the happy music all of a sudden?
Wait, isn't that him?
Yeah, that is it. Oh, whoa.
What the heck?
Ah!
Enough.
It's like that one Childish Gambino music video.
He can talk to himself. This is awesome.
Tons of clones. Tons of clones.
I want a hamburger.
I do. I want a hamburger now too.
I like the one that's eating the burger. He has his head in a ponytail and he's just like, yeah. The day in the life, man.
What the heck?
What the world?
What the heck is this?
I can't read that.
Altars.
Yeah.
Add to wish list. Well, I'd love to have seen gameplay of it, but this could potentially be interesting.
I would really like to know the premise.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that we have lots of clones.
Joining us now to talk about what we just saw all the way from Poland is Tomasz Kasilewicz of 11-Bit Studios. Welcome to the PC Gaming Show, and thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Hello.
Okay, there is a lot to unpack there. We got clones, we got this huge wheel. Tell us, what did we just see?
Well, first of all, these guys were not exactly the clones. We saw Jan, our main character, who's traveling with a group of the Alters, who are the alternative versions of the same person. And they are going through this distant alien planet in their mobile base, which was the wheel you saw at the end.
So what's the player's goal as they're progressing through the story?
So you are a space builder stranded on this distant planet, and your goal is to survive and find a way back home. But the thing is, in order to do so, you need to create those alters, as each one of them have different set of skills and character traits. So these are things necessary for your survival and finding a way back home.
So from the trailer,
one of them is
totally this could be a horror, a thriller, a mystery. What should players expect?
Actually, there are bits of everything you mentioned. Like, there is this mystery as we're looking deep into the soul of the character, but what you find there can also be pretty scary. So there are those beats of psychological horror and drama, but then on top of it,
but I don't know if they just mean the company or the actual people.
I mean, how surreal would it be to one day, you know, wake up next to a little different alternative version of your very self?
Now, there's a quote that you shared with me earlier, that man cannot remake himself without suffering.
It's kind of like when a company says, like, from the creators of, like, Modern Warfare 2, it's like, but none of those people work there anymore.
Directly to the main
so that's
theme of our
somewhat
game.
Misleading.
We as people, we are shaping ourselves every single day with every single decision that we are making. This process, the whole process of becoming who we are, it can be quite painful at times. But in our game, Jan, the main character, he has this unique possibility of not only shaping himself, but also reshaping himself numerous times with every single altar that he is creating.
Do you see this as more of a classic sci-fi story, something like a Ray Bradbury work, or is it something more contemporary?
Well, it is very classic sci-fi in a way that we are taking a relatable topic and we are using the sci-fi theme, we are using the sci-fi setting to look at it through the magnifying lenses. But then when we're choosing the tools, this is a very contemporary game, and we're taking advantage of what video games are as a medium. So we're using tools like systematic design and non-linearity in order to put the players in the middle of the experience.
I'm guessing this is a game that's not going to come out for a while.
Allow them to create their own stories inside the game.
I wanted to ask a little bit about the relationship of your previous titles.
Well, I just mean
alters,
like they didn't show any gameplay,
narrative,
and they're kind of just going through vague concepts.
That those games had on this one.
Well, the Alters is purely 100% our game, 11-Bit Studios game, and it's created in line with our meaningful entertainment philosophy. So it's a game we hope that it will make you think even after you stop playing it. This War of Mine was this first huge milestone. It paved the way for all the future titles. And with Frostpunk, it was taken to another level with the strong focus on the emergent narrative. And now with the Alters, we want to follow that path, but we also really want to push the boundaries even
this
further
game's gonna
and
be hard
expand on
because
how we
this
approach
Warzone is
meaningful
hard, and
topics
then Frostpunk was
inside the
harder.
design of our games.
Thanks so much again to Tomash
I mean,
and the whole team at 11-Bit
obviously
Studios for
somewhat.
joining us this year.
Frostpunk
And while
did
I
have
try to
pretty
find enough
variable
Rubidium to make it through
difficulty, though. You
day
could
1
make
to
it
8,
a
let's
lot
head on
easier
over
if
to
you
Mika
wanted
Martin
to.
and keep things rolling like a massive space station.
Thanks, Dana.
But if it didn't just,
Honestly,
it's
I
one of
need
mine,
to
then
look
it's
into
putting
getting myself
away.
cloned so I can make time to play all of these awesome games
It's
we've
gonna
seen
make you
so
think
far.
about each thing you do.
But I'm also like legitimately worried about
I would
having
take a
to
clone of
eventually
Mika.
fight my clone in single hand-to-hand combat when
We'd
they
be
steal my life,
besties.
making
I
me
know.
wonder if I was the clone all along. Is it really worth it?
Why don't you just
Video game?
make
no,
friends
it's
with
totally
the
worth it,
actual
video games.
Mika then?
Anyway, that's a problem for future Mika. Present Mika is
She might
much
be
more
busy.
interested in what you
Yeah,
all have been
she's
saying
already
about
busy.
the show so far. So keep letting us know your
Better
thoughts
idea.
by using
Have
hashtag PC Gaming
the
Show
clone
on
of Mika
all
be the busy one and
Now
the
let's
friend
get
the
back
real
to the
one.
real reason all here: cloning. I mean,
I
video
take that too, but
video games.
I feel like that's self-indulgence. I feel like the fun of that is
Outriders.
Yeah, again.
yep. Gotta advertise that.
Square, people aren't gonna play Outriders, I'm sorry. Like, I think y'all kinda screwed the pooch.
Well, Celius will.
Why
Yeah, I'm not buying the DLC. Not for 40 bucks.
That's insane.
It's 40 bucks?
Yeah.
Who they,
No.
who do
What
they
is it
think
even-
they are? Destiny?
I mean, I would
But
think
even
even Destiny.
Destiny doesn't deserve that anymore because they just take away the DLC after.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I mentioned them.
A 48-hour access if you pre-order. That's so lame. Oh, we have different medieval art style game.
Oh boy.
Push and Craft.
Did we need more?
Is this like a DLC for Push and Craft?
No, I think this is its own thing.
No, this is Push and Craft. Like,
Oh.
and it's already out, I think. So I
New
don't know
potions
what
and
to do.
quests, so
It is.
Oh, okay.
it's either
It's just an
DLC
update or
or
is it a DLC?
Maybe
I
an
don't know, it's one
update.
or the other.
Stream just mentions the original game, so I don't know.
Yeah, I guess this is an update to something.
Thanks for the drink, Soggy.
Yep, you're right, Potion Craft. Leaves early access in fall 2018.
Oh, these are access, so I guess
Sure,
they're
when
updating
Tiny
that
Build
finally
lets you
for the,
open
like,
your own
last
medieval potion shop, you get hailed
Probably
as
for the
a
for like the
master
big
alchemist.
release,
But when
you know.
I do it,
Yeah,
I get a
okay.
sternly worded letter from my landlord about how my cauldron violates our lease agreement. Whatever, it's his loss. But more importantly, folks, we promise you the maximum amount of games humanly possible, and we
Why
aim
were
to
you
deliver.
cooking in a cauldron?
Why do you have a cauldron in the first place inside of the park?
Why don't
Oh
you
no.
have a cauldron?
War dogs.
I have a cauldron, but not inside of the park.
In a mall.
No,
What?
Kitty!
What is this?
Heck yeah. Airborne
Oh,
kitty.
this is that,
Oh, this is that, shooter thing.
Yeah, the Battle
this is
Royale.
that Battle Royale.
Oh, Super Animal Royale.
Yeah.
Oh, this new season.
Indeed, I
okay,
guess.
Oh, the 2 times.
We're back to the 80s.
This
Knight
gives me
Rider.
a bit of, whatchamacallit, GTA Vice City vibes, a bit.
I don't even know exactly what I'm seeing, but
I think it's supposed to be like a melee. Oh, this looks cool. It's like a tactical, like, you know,
oh, card base.
yeah, card-based tactical game
I like this.
with a really
Is this
cool art
Bruce Lee?
style. It's like discount Bruce Lee.
He's got 4 arms.
Oh, it's got a demo too. Dang. Neat.
This is gonna be one of the games that drop. Ooh, ooh! Please tell me this is
More cards.
Before your eyes
It better not be by the
lies
same
celestial
people,
islands.
because those people
A world of
ruined
peace
that game.
above the clouds.
Looks like it's a
Protected by four great
tactical RPG.
Yeah. It looks kind of like a tactical RPG I played for a while. Oh my gosh, it's way better than mine. Please don't ruin it with modification, please. The fire looks really good.
Yeah, the game
I don't know.
is fine.
It's
I'm not a
chapter
big
3.
fan of the card model.
I love, I've always wanted to play card tactical RPG, and this one looks really good. This one might be the best one yet. Oh yeah, I already wish this for that, because I saw it. Oh.
Mahou Kenchi.
Yeah.
So, magic swordman.
Planet Earth. Our
Yep.
beautiful
That's literally what that
Wire
means.
stuff
Protected,
coming
we
out.
must reach out to explore the unknown. Our team of experts is presently probing the deep sea in a struggle against the yoke of overregulation. These security
Title
and
Terror.
defense innovations allow you to shrink any problem down to size. We surge forward, obliterating the enemies of progress, but we refuse to let
Why are
these
you
victories
fighting
go
the
unnoticed.
clouds?
We
as,
are the future.
like oil.
We are.
Oh, it's killing.
No question.
Pretty cool too.
Oh.
You'll see.
And now it's time to give you an
that
exclusive
explains
briefing
it.
on what's next
that
for one of
explains
PC
everything.
gaming's titans of modding, simulation, and scale, Arma 4. Last month, developer Bohemia Interactive kicked things off by releasing Arma Reforger on Steam in early access. This playable prototype will be a foundation for Arma 4. And with it playable on Steam now, we have a ton of questions
There's
about the
like,
future of
hey,
Arma.
buy
I mean,
this
after
game,
all,
it's a-
this is a
only a
series that
sneak
helped
peek
birth the
at
survival
our
genre
favorite
through
game.
DayZ. Oh, and
Well, I
also this
think it
other
might
little
have been
niche
free.
genre you may have heard of called Battle
Oh, was
Royale. To help us peer into the future
But,
for this
like,
project, we've got
Arma
none other
4
than
would be a
Bohemia
big deal.
Interactive. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, Arma 4
So as
would
of
be-
right now, Arma Reforger has been out for about a month. What is it that you've been learning or seeing from players?
At first, we've learned that players like Reforger a lot and they appreciate the work we've put into it. We also realized they like modding a lot and they review this as a
So anything
key
negative.
quality of our games. And we are very pleased by the reactions of both our community and the new
Let's look at
players
the Steam
who
reviews and
immediately
see if it's
start
good.
flooding internet with videos, playthroughs, and praise of our new technology. So we are very glad that the reception was so good.
It's mixed on
So there's
stream
no doubt
and
players who have
Steam.
been longtime fans
Yep,
of the
I
franchise
knew it.
stepping into Arma Reforger, and I'm curious,
So
what were some of the
they're
big
basically
challenges
talking out
of
their ass
rebuilding
right
that
now.
specific Arma feel from the
Yeah.
ground up in this brand new engine?
Well, it's a very tricky subject because even internally it's an ongoing kind of fight. So I'm myself very much on the very purist side of things. So no HUD, no save games, no superficial helpers. And this fight can get very intense even in-house. So I'm the real Arma purist and I'm on this for 25 years now, so I will keep fighting, but obviously this is part of the fun. So there's always never-ending battle. I think 2 years ago we really struggled to keep it Arma and even internally preserve our own standards. So do it our own way rather than replicating what's maybe normal in other games, because our goal is not to make the same game as all other games. So our goal is to remain unique.
I'm curious if you can speak to what the main goals of Reforger is, because it's a little unusual compared to other releases. I mean, for instance, how much content should a player expect if, say, they've been playing Arma 3 for years?
Our goals were, of course, to restart the series from a technological
Yeah, that's a good
standpoint,
question.
really make room for some new achievements, utilize the technology which is state of the art, both in terms of how it looks like, how it's controlled, how it can be modded.
It's important to understand it may look as a kind of normal game on the surface, but there is a big system behind it. So just the tool suite is a massive tool suite, never tested by a large public. So it's a premiere of a tool suite, and these tools are being built for nearly 5 years now. So we really need users to start using them to keep improving and continue building it.
Sorry to interrupt, but we have one quick question from the Arma fans. Has Russia's invasion of Ukraine impacted your approach to Arma 4 and Arma Reforger, a game that depicts the Cold War?
Oh boy.
Well,
That's a
yes, because it's
pretty intense
extremely
question.
close to us. We even live in in a way very nearby, so definitely. On the other hand, we started work on this many years ago, so the direction was set before. But we always approach conflicts and armed conflicts with a great level of respect. We're still at the beginning, but we definitely would like to continue in our exploring this serious theme.
Arma, as I see it, has always been a bit more of a anti-war game. It's an entertainment product. That's fair thing to admit. On the other hand, given the topic, given our, let's say, maturity and long time we've spent on it, and our ambition to portray it as a whole very complex and gritty thing, I would like us to contribute by not just entertaining people, but also educating them on the subject. This was the whole point of starting the cooperation with the International Committee of the Red Cross, and I believe we have great potential, big responsibility in this era, and a very important chance to contribute at least a little bit to the good side of things.
This would not be an interview about Arma unless we were asking about modding. I mean, so many amazing games and genres came from Arma mods, so I gotta know what's possible in Reforger that wasn't possible in the past.
Now with this technology, it's possible to create entirely different things, like entirely different games. It has so many variables, but the beauty now is that much more of it is user accessible, unlike the previous games. So people can easily digest how this is constructed in our Workbench tools. So unlike previously where it was more hard-coded in the C++ engine, so now they can check the data of every single element of the game and go much, much deeper than in previous games. So this will be super exciting.
Now, I wanted to ask a little bit about performance, because anyone who's played Arma knows that it can get really challenging to get a good frame rate in those massive multiplayer matches. So I'm curious, what expectations should players have about performance leading into Arma 4?
Arma 3 was built on foundations laid down in times of single core and no GPUs, basically. So this time much more computations and intensive rendering things can be done directly on GPU, but it required completely a new approach.
Again, we are in the beginning, and we know that there are problems, there are difficulties, but we are solving them one by one. We are really gathering community feedback and even our own definitely feedback, so we are moving things forward. And yeah, it's about optimization. It's not that much about FPS, but also for like network traffic, for instance. When you have this massive multiplayer game, it's a huge challenge. Server performance, of course, and all the technical things. So we are moving forward.
Thank you so much again, Bohemia Interactive, for giving us the inside scoop on both Arma Reforger and
When exactly
Arma 4.
did they start
Now,
working on
you
Arma
don't
3?
go anywhere, because here
The multi-core
around the
processors and GPUs didn't
Just around the
exist.
corner in the PC gaming show, prepare to experience terror ranging from the subaqueous to the subconscious with the latest from Shiro Games. Hold on to your butts because front-end development spared no expense on the new Jurassic World
I am
Evolution
wondering what he
2
meant by no
expansion, and get your
GPUs. Like
crowbars
maybe he
ready
meant
for Half-Life Alyx Levitation,
GPUs weren't
a
multi-core?
special project from some very talented modders. Oh,
Maybe.
modders, what would PC gaming be without you? While we're here,
Heck
quick
yeah, modders.
geography question. Which parts of the world use the most bandwidth for gaming? Answer this question for the folks at Compass Data Centers, and it could win you a
Well, Japan has
$500
the
Razer gift
bandwidth.
card. Scan the QR code on the screen to enter.
Surprised if it wasn't South Korea.
Last year,
I
Shiro
would also
Games
be surprised
debuted
about
War
that.
Tales at the PC
I would
Gaming
think so,
Show,
too.
but the publisher has a lot more than its medieval sandbox RPG on the way. Up next, we'll hear what's up with Shiro's slate of projects, and stick around for the debut of two completely new games, Decarnation and Abyssals.
Hey everyone, thank you very much for the invitation, Mika. I'm James, and I can't wait to show you everything that we've got prepared for you today. So it's been a crazy couple of months for everyone here at Shiro Games, with Dune Spice Wars marking the most successful release in the history of the company, and it's entirely thanks to all of you. But today, let's look at Dune Spice Wars multiplayer mode.
All of
Up to
you.
4 players can go head-to-head and free
Dune Spice Wars.
2v2, all work
It's a-
together in co-op
it's
against
a
AI
RTS,
opponents. We're introducing
like
new
four- or
synergy
no, it's a
systems between
4X game
factions that will open a
about
vast number of
the world of
strategies
Dune.
to help you crush your opponents. Multiplayer will be available in Dune Spice Wars very soon.
Yeah, I sort of
After
recall
5 years and
hearing
nearly 3
about it.
million units sold, Northgard's story finally continues. In a new chapter set shortly after the events of the first campaign, Ragnarok has decimated the lands of Northgard. Long-standing alliances have been broken. Violence and betrayal now plague the continent.
Oh, sounds great. Yep.
Forced to depart what they
Nice
once
and
called
comfy.
home, our heroes arrive on unknown shores and find themselves confronted by unfamiliar faces in a dangerous new realm. This Northgard expansion arrives this winter.
Hey, Northgard, cool.
And for all of our War Tales players out there, Cooperative is finally coming to our open world tactical RPG. You share food, gold, and camp with your friends.
Oh, I've played
You can
this.
split up to cover
a
more
little bit.
rounds.
Yeah, I have played the
For every
demo.
fight, devise
Or
the
the
perfect
only access
strategy
they
to
had a
overcome
couple
any
of months
threats
ago.
that may stand in your way.
Yeah, I
Be
died
careful in your
horribly.
approach, as one wrong
Yeah,
move may
it's
lead to
freaking
your
hard.
group's demise. The co-op
Horribly.
update will allow you to play between 2 to 4 players, and it will be available this summer.
Maybe we could live if we multiplayer it.
So a few months ago, we announced Shiro Unlimited, a new publishing label created
Unless they
by
up the
indies
numbers.
for indies, and we are very proud to announce 2 new titles coming from the Shiro Unlimited family.
It seemed like our last chance to start again, to escape Earth's devastation.
We used our limited
Like you're
resources
underwater.
to lay the foundations of a new life, deep below
Goes
the
that way.
waves of this strange new
That's a
planet.
cool fish. If a bit
But
big.
soon, we realized it was not the dream world we had hoped for.
When
It looks
faced
like
against
a
the darkness
hex
of the
grid,
abyss, we found ourselves
builder.
helpless,
Lost.
Isolated.
Oh boy.
Interesting.
Oh, great.
Definitely builder.
Definitely.
Oh, RPG,
Kelly.
maybe?
Oh.
What the heck?
It started off so good.
Yeah, then you get something like this.
They were definitely doing some drugs.
Yep.
Cool.
Thank you very
I'm
much
not
for
even
sticking
sure
with
that's
us,
a word.
everyone. We hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
I mean,
Not
now
that it needs
is.
to be one, but
Yeah, exactly. Now it is.
You just saw why you were exactly right to be afraid of the ocean in Abyssals. And you confronted your inner demons in the retro dream horror of Decarnation. Next up, how do you rebuild a city in a world set after the collapse of civilization? Let's find out how by taking a look at I Am Future from Tiny Build.
I think we also saw this one before. If it's the one I'm thinking.
oh yeah, this is definitely it.
Yeah, it is. Hello, the bird.
Oh no, I pressed the red button.
Warning. Hibernation aborted. Your total hibernation time was 6 years, 6 months, 5 days.
I thought we'll...
Welcome to Eden, your new home.
I have no idea where the hell I am. But damn, this place is gorgeous.
Okay, that's
Well,
a strange reaction.
He's optimistic at least.
I Am Future. It's probably a survival game.
It
Yeah.
100% is. I think we saw it 2 days ago or so.
Yeah,
Or the other
I think it
day?
was the other day.
Yeah, the other day.
It calls itself a farming sim
Excuse me,
RPG
what
agriculture
kind of hell world was
simulation.
that?
Our forefathers conquered Caldaria.
Oh,
and
good.
bestowed
They
it
conquered
upon us,
somewhere.
a new generation to share or spar over.
Is this a 4X game?
Our great houses seek to obtain the Emperor's favor,
This looks like a
cultivating
4X
our
game,
lands and subjects to improve and enrich the realm. Beginning
Looks
with
a little
ourselves,
basic.
of course.
Also
Prominence can be secured through strength as well as delicacy.
Will you be able to build your legacy of power?
Join the great houses of Caldaria.
And now,
Okay.
these next trailers, it's true. They do move in herds.
What?
That was so much. The thought process is simple. God creates dinosaurs, God destroys dinosaurs, man destroys God. Man creates video games to play with dinosaurs. But just be warned that one of these trailers might come as a bit of a shock to the system.
Oh.
As in,
Is this
system shock.
I think this is just Jurassic Park.
I know, I just had to throw that out there.
I want a Dino Crisis game.
I would be shocked if they ever make another Dino Crisis.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just more of the Jurassic Park game.
Buffering.
PC game.
Okay, yeah, this is System Shock.
Humans.
Yep.
It's probably the System Shock remake.
Which has been something I've been waiting for years now.
Yeah, the demo looked promising.
Upon my works, foul creatures, and weep
Yeah,
at its magnificence.
I like they got showed in for this. Oh my god, that looks
Serial
beautiful.
port, AC97.
Humanity is on the verge of a new era. I, Shodan, am its new god. Look at you, hacker. A pathetic creature.
There's much buffering here.
And
Look at you,
How
hacker.
can you challenge a perfect, immortal machine? You are an insect.
The hard way.
You are nothing. I create. I iterate. I fuse flesh and steel into perfection.
Goddamn Night Dive, you're doing good work.
My children.
Please give me a date.
Their blood is on your
Yeah,
hands.
it's buffering is annoying.
You will suffer for your transgressions. These are my avenging angels, and they will have retribution.
Dang, they're just straight up calling it System Shock. Ah, damn it! I wanted a date too.
No
Frankly,
date.
horrifying
date.
trailer. Developed by Night Dive Studio,
Oh, well.
System Shock is the return
God, that
of a
shot of
beloved
Citadel
acclaimed
Station looks
sci-fi
great.
saga. Today, to take
It
us
really
even
does.
further inside the world of System Shock, I am thrilled to welcome the one and only Warren Spector. Thanks so
Oh,
much for
damn.
joining us, Warren.
Hey, thanks for having
Oh,
me.
hey.
It's going to be fun.
In terms of trying to translate the
This
experience
guy is
of a game
basically the
from
father of
1994,
immersive sims.
3 decades later to now, what doesn't carry over well?
The first thing is the graphics, obviously. We did the best we could, but it was pretty primitive back then. And the other one is the user interface. If you look at when the game opened,
We have
the original,
made the user interface
help
not look like
screen
a
that
graphic
came up,
calculator.
and it filled the entire screen
Yeah.
with text. It's just a thing.
You
I don't
can
know
reduce
how the guys
it,
at
but
Night
like,
Dive did it.
damn, it's still
amazing.
like
But
crazy.
frankly, as I think back on it, the game actually holds up pretty well. I'm excited to see it come back.
Just wondering if you think many modern gamers are aware of the impact that System Shock has had in terms of gameplay systems, in terms of narrative structure, on so many games that came after it.
I'm not sure people see the influence, which is a little.
I've still never played one,
but I think the rest
but
of the
I
world
loved
is
two.
going to get a chance
I need
now
to finish two.
to experience it. And
I haven't played any
think
of them,
they'll
but I
see
have heard
not
of
just
them
that
a
they're
lot.
having fun playing this game.
There's
but
such
also
great
see
mods
that,
for it.
Other games followed in its
Like
footsteps.
high-res
Nowadays, we walk around with
textures.
computers in our pockets.
Oh yeah,
worried about the evil
I've got all
algorithms.
those installed. I just
How do
need
you
to
think
finish
about
it.
a character
I just haven't made time.
like Shodan in 2022?
Showdown seems far too close to reality to me right now, and let's just hope that she doesn't show up as nasty
I mean,
a form
Gladys
as she did
was
back
born
in 1990.
from Shodan.
Yeah.
Warren, I wanted to thank you so much for joining us, and I want to let you know I cannot wait to return back to that world I played and enjoyed so much as a kid. Cheers.
Yeah, I can't wait to return to that world. I forgot
Right?
basically the
Right?
fans know way more about the game than I do now, so it'll be a new experience for me too.
Thank you so much again.
I have
Warren
noticed
Spector, for
that
joining
as, like,
us to
creators
talk
tend
all
to remember
things
their
System
stuff
Shock.
less than some of the
I personally
fans
can't
do.
wait for the game to come out, though. It might completely ruin my sleep schedule, but before
Well,
I
yeah.
spiral further,
After working on
here are
it
some
for
more
so
games to
long,
cram into
you
your
kind of want
eyeballs.
to put it on a shelf and not come back for a while.
What the heck is
Every
this?
generation has upheld the solemn promise
The
about
Forge?
that the rise of Titan would forever be without misery or bloodshed.
These ships
We
look
seek
sick.
nothing from the solar system but a lasting amity of reason and justice.
They do look interesting.
To see a war under any pretext would bring ruin to the great
Is
wealth
this an
and
RTS?
any victory achieved through that
No,
deepest expression
I don't
of
think so.
human unreason would be as devastating as defeat. We have but a singular purpose: to establish peace and security for all mankind.
The war between Mars and Titan devastated
Yeah,
our
looks like
solar
peace.
system. Lead the survivors to Demarat, where you will continue following
Oh, it is an
Frontier's
RTS.
storyline campaign in orbit of an alien star.
I knew it. This is actually on my list with wish list. Oh, we saw this.
Yep.
Did we?
Yep.
At the
This
Xbox?
was yesterday. I forget the name.
It's, what kind of game is this?
It's kind of like, like say, Overwatch or Valorant.
Oh, it's like a class-based shooter.
Team shooter.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, dang. I'd love to see gameplay. Neat.
All right, gamers, good work. You've made it here to a site of grace, or a bonfire, or a sculptor's idol, or a lamp. Make sure you're staying hydrated, replenish your potions, and most importantly, keep letting us know what games you're excited about using hashtag PCGamingShow. I mean, personally, I can't wait to play The Altars. Ah, good. Now, that we're all rested up, feeling good, it's time to enjoy a slice of that lovely cyberpunk life, courtesy of Nivalis, and experience the investigative horror of immortality, the latest from the mind of Sam Barlow.
We saw both of these as well.
Well, I guess it's nice I'm gonna get to catch up on some of it that I missed.
True.
Oh wait, it says world premiere.
Unless it's a new one of,
I think we have a short clip here.
I
You
mean,
wanna tell us what we're about to
trailer-wise.
see?
Well, I don't want to spoil things too much.
Yeah. We saw this at the Tribeca, Games event.
False advertising from the PC gamer folks, it seems.
I think it might be slightly different trailer, but same game.
Yeah, word. That's fabulous.
Now it's
This kind of reminds me of her story a little bit. Except it's more
Yeah.
active and not just an interview.
it's told through movie clips, so.
Mortality. Neat. I kind of want to play that. Seems cool.
We can take a break. We should take a break. No, no.
What's on Game Pass? Oh, hello. I think I saw a trailer for this or something.
Hey, boss. Time to wake up. We got customers waiting. What do you mean you don't know where to start? Let's clean this place up. Move some chairs and tables around. We can make this place shine again. If the weather
We're
gets
running
bad, we
a
can grow some
kitchen
veg
in
the
Cyberpunk.
greenhouse. Once we start making real money, well, then you can rent that fancy new apartment in Midtown. So make friends, make enemies. If customers are rude, just turn on the old charm. Or water down their drinks. I'm not your conscience. This is a world to explore, to make stories. Your stories. You ever look up at the clouds and wonder what's up there? Well, if you dream big enough, maybe you'll find out. Maybe we all will.
Yeah, what are you
Welcome
just
to Nivalis.
Are you just is this just like a life sim game?
It says on
Hi, I'm
Steam,
Marco. And
simulation,
I'm Roman, and I know
cyberpunk,
you're big fans
life
of
sim.
cyberpunk fiction and games.
Ah, seems
but we
like it
have
could be
our
cool,
own ideas
though.
of what a cyberpunk world can be. This is a game in which you manage your restaurant, bar, or nightclub, take care of your staff, make deals, farm, and experience the stories of the people you meet.
Or maybe you just want to take the day off and go fishing at the docks instead. Nivalis primarily uses voxel art for the environments. We
With a
spend lots
tainted
of time in
fish.
creating a unique atmosphere with high levels of detail and dynamic elements.
We are excited about the cyberpunk world we're making, and we can't wait to see the choices you'll make and how you'll choose to live your life when you come visit us in Nivalis. You
It's
can
got an
visit
interesting
Nivalis
art
now on
style.
Steam and the Epic Game Store.
Yeah. It's
Mana
voxel
is
based.
the gaming rewards debit card that puts the power back in the hands of
Yeah,
players.
do it again.
So with
Please do
every
not
quest you
get
complete,
random
I really want to
every
sell
purchase you make,
this card.
you're earning for the rewards you actually want. We make it easy for you to set up and start. Just sync your favorite games to your Mana account and start
Sure.
earning real
In
life
20,000
rewards the next time you
years,
play.
you too can
So
buy
why
that,
pay any other way?
you know, 20-year-old
Pay with Mana.
graphics card.
Pay with power. Mana. Game the system.
Get ready to overclock your eyeballs, because this next trailer is coming in hotter than my computer with 3 Chrome tabs open.
Only 3? World premiere.
Damn, amateurs.
Yes,
Only 3
word.
Chrome tabs.
Oh, this is that thing we saw earlier. The court that looks really cool. It's
Yeah.
like an RPG.
Demon School.
Yeah, it looks like a tactical RPG or something. Very stylish.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
art style
take
is
the
on
good-
point. Yeah.
That kind of looks cool.
Yeah.
Combo moves. Combo moves.
Kind of like, seems also kind of life simish in a cool way. It almost looks like they're trying to be like a PS1 game, like throwback, if that makes any sense.
Well, sure. Retro is in.
Well, no, I know, but I'm saying I like that because in this specific style of PS1 game, you don't see that often.
Yeah, though in a PS1 game, you would have some, like, Twitch perspective like this.
Yeah, that would just absolutely just destroy. Like it's like it's doing it that style, but it's like, what if we took that further? You know, than what the hardware could actually do.
You just saw Demon School from Welsh developer Ysbryd Games, and now it's time to take a bit of a spooky transition. If you're at home, turn on all the lights in the room, make sure the salt circle is unbroken, and check to see that your door is properly painted with sacrificial lamb's blood, because things are about to get certifiably
no
terrifying.
thanks.
Let's look at the HR
Don't get really
Giger-inspired
smelly.
biopunk
Don't do
horror,
that.
Scorn.
Desolate and
Oh, here that
decay.
is.
A grisly nightmare of macabre perception. Greetings. I'm your host, Doug Bradley, and I invite you to join me as we explore Scorn's
Hi, Doug.
mesmerizing labyrinth of odd forms and somber tapestries.
You're also. I like that you're also a weird Geiger-esque
In the middle of a desolate hellscape, filled with biomechanical contraptions, part flesh, part machine. An industrial civilization
there goes a hand.
now lying in decay and ruin. A hidden fauna sleeps within the underbelly of the world, wanting nothing more than to be left undisturbed.
Really,
Scorn
that's what it wants.
has been carefully crafted with great attention to detail. Everything is focused on building a specific atmosphere. From a unique organic ecosystem to an unsettling soundscape created
Like
by
Geiger-esque
Ithek and
art is so
Lustmore.
hard to nail right, and I feel like these guys really.
Scorn has no
What the heck?
dialogue, so most of the storytelling comes from the environment. Discovering the ever-present symbiotic relationships and how things are connected equips you with the tools to progress. While there is shooting within the game, Scorn is not a shooter. Every encounter must be carefully considered. A wrong choice could be deadly. I
Yeah,
hope
boy.
you've enjoyed this glimpse into the
That's fair.
twisted world of Scorn. The team at Ebb Software can't wait for you to uncover the secrets of this unique world as you experience Scorn firsthand this October.
I really want to play this game. Assuming
Are you prepared to unravel your inner self within Scorn's world of horror?
No.
No thanks.
Like even the logo.
It's probably
is
a game I would
Geiger-esque.
watch someone play instead of playing myself.
Now, while I've been delightedly playing Dune Spice Wars, harvesting melange, and trying to figure out how to pronounce Kwisatz
This is definitely
Haderach,
one of those
doesn't
games
matter.
where
I'm
you'll
equally
probably see
ready to
someone
turn
make a
hordes of Tyranids
death
into a Jackson
compilation.
Pollock painting in Warhammer 40k.
All the
Space
ways you can
Marine
die in
2.
Scorn.
In
I
this
can
brutal
already see it.
third-person shooter, you once again step into the oversized power armor of Titus, an elite Primaris Space Marine in a galaxy immersed in a never-ending war. To take us further inside the grimdark, I am joined by Tim Willits and Oliver Hollis, the creative director, on Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. First of all, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for having us.
Good to be here.
Now, Tim, I want to start with you.
Space Marine,
You
let's
previously
go.
worked at id Software on Doom. How would you say the Space Marine compares to Doom Guy?
That is a good question. I bet many people did not know that the original Doom Guy was actually a Space Marine, inspired by an even older Space Marine, which is the Warhammer 40,000 Space Marines. So, you know, it's really
like that's a
exciting
bit of a stretch,
for me
but
to
alright.
work on Space
They
Marine
don't
2,
really compare.
you know, because it's a great franchise,
I would
and
say
I
the
know
Doom
that
Marine
it's
is
inspired so
more
many
inspired
other
by, like,
video games throughout the last 25, 30 years.
Aliens.
Oh, absolutely. And there's so much more to
Warhammer.
sift through. And I think this brings us to talk a little bit about.
Well, they did
the
call
new
him a
Space
Space
Marine that you're
Marine,
gonna get to
so I
play,
guess
a
the
Primaris
name
Space Marine.
But
Oliver,
they
tell
were
us a little
they were
bit
called
about
colonial,
Related.
Captain
colonial
Titus and what
Marines
makes
and
this
aliens.
class of Space Marine different
Yeah.
from the others in the universe.
So the Space Marine is a brainchild of the Emperor, the kind of leader of this of humanity in the grimdark future. He saw the dangers that the universe presented, and he created a super soldier from his own DNA. And each of these different factions, these different chapters, have different genetic traits of the Emperor. But what makes the Primaris different is that a guy named Belisarius Cawl, the Emperor's kind of chief scientist, went back, did some digging in the old data, and found a way to enhance the qualities that a Space Marine has by installing new devices, new kind of bio implants in their body. So now these guys are 2.5 meter tall monsters capable of destroying anything in their path.
It's reminding me of the 1,000 times I have rewatched the Astartes animation.
That's amazing.
It's so exciting. It's so exciting that we now get to be in that position to play that kind of character. And in the trailer, we saw a lot of Tyranids. Are they the main enemy that you're going to be against? And if so, what makes them such a compelling foe?
In this particular game, the Tyranids are the main focus, and what makes them compelling is that they are extragalactic locust-like creatures. They've come in from goodness knows where. They spread like wildfire. They devour everything in their path, and they leave nothing in their wake.
So one of the great things about the Tyranids is they come in the thousands, and our proprietary engine, the Saber Swarm engine, can deliver these epic battles. Now we will have thousands of Tyranids, and you will rip and tear through them all.
I mean, that is so thrilling, because this is the sort of thing that older games couldn't even hope to do.
The Zerg were directly
inspired. You're talking a little bit about
Tyranids.
combat. I know that some of the previous entries were more melee focused. What's the combat like in Space Marine 2?
So the combat in Space Marine 2 is a mix of in-your-face melee combat along with some really cool over-the-top weapons. So we looked at the original Space Marine game where it had a lot of this push-forward combat, which has inspired many other video games, but that never stop, never take cover combat is integral to Space Marine 2, along with these really cool, powerful weapons.
They really should make
you're either
movies,
tearing
and then they don't.
Enemies in front of you, or you're
Or
blowing
they make
away
them exclusive
from,
to a really
the
dumb
back of the
subscription
battlefield.
service.
It's the best of both worlds.
I mean, that sounds so
Well,
terrific. And I mean,
they're
I know you guys are
British.
huge fans
What
of
do
the
you expect?
40K lore, so I'm curious about, in working on this project, what's been the most fun seeing come together? I mean, what's Saber Interactive focusing on right now?
Right at the beginning of the project, Tim and I went to the Warhammer Museum, which was an incredible experience. And you go around all these cabinets where these incredible miniatures that have been painted by these masters are arranged in these dioramas. You find yourself kind of crouching down and looking into the ranks of Space Marines that are facing Tyranids or Orcs or whatever. And something that Tim and I said at that moment was, we need to make this come alive. I don't want to look at this, I want to be inside this. I want to be gunning down Tyranids by the thousands. And so seeing that actually happen and come alive has been thrilling.
Am I going to feel like the characters in the Astartes animation? Because if so, then I'm buying the game immediately.
Even more so, when you're wielding one of those massive weapons and you're faced with 1,000 Tyranids who all want to eat you alive, and you're just letting rip and you can see shell casings bursting out of these massive weapons one after another. The sound, the gameplay, the way it feels is all designed to make you feel like the most powerful warrior in the universe.
Well, perfect. That answers everything. Thank you so much, Tim and Oliver from Saber Interactive, for joining us. I can't wait. Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2 comes to PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S soon. Now, next, we have a few more surprises for you up the sleeves of our proverbial power armor. First, Replicant D6's homage to the golden days, or should I say, golden eyes of 90s console shooters, and an atmospheric sci-fi adventure on the Red Planet from Frontier Developments.
Yeah, there's
and
actually a
Geoken
company
Interactive.
that has
Let's
made
take a look.
a modern take on GoldenEye.
Interesting. Certainly looks the part.
Yes.
For the most part. Doesn't quite have that N64 Vaseline look, but it's still it's there in spirit.
Yeah, they tried. They tried. It's just as blocky and polygonal as the original.
For sure. Oh, cool. They got modding tools. Agent 64, amazing.
Yep.
I wish I could do this. Just throw the disc.
Sarah?
That'd be a cool move.
Ryan? This is Kathy.
Oh, I think this is
Can you hear
Give
me?
Us Mars.
Please come in.
Mission Opera has only one objective. Bring the
Yeah, I think
Arks
so.
and their revolutionary technology back home.
Here we go, Opera Team. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
I need to know that when we get there, you'll make the right decision.
This seems kind of cool.
We can do this.
Yeah. My only complaint is it seems like
What do you expect to find?
mostly a walking
Mars?
simulator with some climbing thrown in.
Yeah, it looks like an adventure puzzle type thing.
Yeah. Sort of like, I don't know how to put it. Like the...
Tomb Raider
My name
without
is
the
Chapel,
fighting?
and I play Kathy
Yeah.
Johansson in the Out
Yeah,
of This World
or Uncharted
sci-fi
without
epic
combat.
Deliver Us Mars. Join Kathy
Yeah.
and the crew of the Zephyr
Which
on an
could be
unmissable
good,
adventure
if the story
as
is
they journey
good
to the
and the
Red
puzzles
Planet
are
to
good.
Yeah,
recover
if the story is
technology
good, then
vital
it
to
can
the
work.
survival of Earth and humankind. Deliver Us Mars is set to land on September 27th and is available to pre-order now on PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, and the Epic Games Store.
Fancy name for a ship, Zephyr.
Stay a while and listen. To this list of games still to come, the team behind Half-Life Alyx Levitation will put their mod where their mouth is, and then it's paradox time. Not as in us creating an actual time paradox, we're going to show you the latest from Victoria 3. Plus, you can
I
literally
don't think
scare
any
your
of us
entire
expected the
butt
other.
off with the creeping horror of Gloomwood. All this and more in just a moment, but first, a final pop quiz for all you Valorant, CSGO, and League of Legends players. How much has esports revenue increased since 2016? Compass Data Centers wants to hear your guess, and you can scan this QR code on the screen for a chance to win a $500 Razer gift card. Visit gaming.compassdatacenters.com to enter. Alright, and now, back to the show.
Up next, we're going to take a look at Stormgate, the highly anticipated
Let's go.
real-time
Huh?
strategy game from Frost Giant. Then, our resident RTS addict is going to sit down with some of the game developers to ask the
Day
hard-hitting
9's the perfect
questions,
person
like, when can we
to
play this
interview, I
already?
guess. Is this gonna be the same trailer from the Summer Games thing, or is this gonna be something different?
Probably, but you never know.
Okay, it looks like it's something different.
2 years ago, our team assembled with a shared vision to build a brand new real-time strategy game. Together, we've been fortunate to work on some of the greatest RTS games of all time, and now we have a chance to do it again by creating the next evolution of that legacy. Today, we are so excited to share a first glimpse of Stormgate, an exclusive sneak peek into the universe and game that we've been creating for you. Stormgate takes place in an all-new post-apocalyptic setting where science fiction and fantasy collide. Our story begins hundreds of years in Earth's future, following the near extinction of humanity. This great calamity was caused by the Infernal Host, a playable alien race of demonic invaders that are hell-bent on claiming
I
this
like
planet
these
as their
bat things.
With our story, we are creating an ever-expanding game universe, told through an
Yeah, it's like
ongoing
a
series
science
of campaign
sci-fi
missions that you can
fantasy
play
thing.
solo or cooperatively. New chapters
I'm
will come out
perfectly okay with
regularly,
that.
along with new units, maps, modes, and
I
plenty of
didn't
other
really
surprises.
expect it to be an RTS.
In addition to campaign missions, we're
after
building a
first
world-class competitive
show.
experience with grassroots and professional
Oh yeah, it's
tournaments
because it's
accessible
Frost Giant's
from
made entirely out of
directly
former
within the game.
Blizzard devs.
There will be
mainly the
different
guys who
modes
worked on
suitable
Warcraft
for all
3 and
levels of
StarCraft 2.
experience. In our new 3-player co-op versus AI mode, you'll level
just
up your
remember
heroes, collect
liking
rewards, and
the
customize your
mech
forces to open up
battle
new
suit.
styles of gameplay
Oh,
and
yeah,
long-term
I
growth.
think we did eventually see this part. I went,
Yep.
not what I expected.
Stormgate will be free to play, but not pay to win, and there will be no NFTs.
Yes, good.
Beta testing starts next year, and you can sign up now to reserve your place in line.
Their
at
website fucking
playstormgate.com.
crashed when they showed that URL. And it stayed down for like 4+ hours.
You might happen to know that I'm a huge fan of real-time strategy games. StarCraft is my favorite game. I played it for 25 years. I still play it, and that's why I am so thrilled today to be talking to Frost Giant Studios. They're a group of amazing developers who have worked on literally my favorite games of all time.
Just like StarCraft.
And we're here to talk about their
Or
brand
selling
new,
co-op
free-to-play,
commanders.
real-time strategy game set in a post-apocalyptic Earth. It's Stormgate. And here to
because
talk
it works.
about it is the CEO and production director at Frost Giant, Tim Morton. Thanks for joining us, Tim.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah,
I want to know about
they're
the
not
world.
gonna make it pay
I want
to
to know
win,
about
man.
the game. Tell us, what is Stormgate?
All right, this is our first game as a new studio, and it is classic real-time strategy, but designed to be more social. We build the game in a universe that ties everything together, but provide different kinds of experiences for players who like different kinds of gameplay. So we've got cooperative campaign mode, also play open-ended co-op, but if you're somebody who really enjoys competition, we've got 1 versus 1, high skill, competitive. And those are very different ways to play in some ways, but they're also all unified by the universe, by the races, by the units. So you really get a sense for how to enjoy the game.
And I'm curious a little bit about that core gameplay, because obviously in all these modes you're going to be collecting money, building bases, building units, and so on. And I know that
I really
want to
see the base building.
Feeling really good and really smooth. I
hope they'll show it off in the near future.
Obviously, I come from a time where if the pathfinding is bad, we call that high skill opportunity. But I mean, how do you think about getting the controls, the motions, just the feel of the game to feel good in 2022?
Yeah, it's interesting that RTS is one of the only genres I can think of
creative
where you
take
have to have
on
hundreds,
base building?
even thousands of units synchronized over the network and responsive in a way that high skill, like pro esports players feel good about playing the game. That's not easy. It does require custom technology. There's no engine that you buy off the shelf that does that for you. So we definitely started knowing that and having the benefit of our chief architect, James Anhalt, who did that work previously on StarCraft 2. So we've put a lot of effort into that for sure.
And this is going to be one of the first major RTSs people are aware of that is on Unreal Engine 5. What is it like working in this next generation engine?
It's pretty incredible how far things have come from a graphics perspective.
Yeah, 10 years ago you couldn't have bought an off-the-shelf engine to do
so many ways
this type of stuff.
Unreal provides. So we're very excited. We're still learning everything that Unreal can do for us.
People were using the original Unreal Engine to make RTSs.
So
yeah, but that's
like
so much more work compared to now.
Unreal as an engine.
Like, and they were usually not very
For
good.
new players, making the game feel a little more approachable, a little bit more streamlined, but obviously, StarCraft, real-time strategy, has this astonishingly long history as a competitive game, as an esport. And I'm curious, how is your team going to approach that?
So a lot of the emphasis around our thinking has been focused on what are things that we can add, especially around the gameplay experience. And one of those things is more seamless integration with esports. I mean, being able to sign up, participate in tournaments directly from the client in a way that gives players, even if you're not like top grandmaster, ready to take on Cyril, there's still an opportunity to be the best on your block or the best at your company or the best at your school. So we want to facilitate esports all the way from grassroots level up to the pro level directly in the client.
So, of course, in the history of RTS games, a really important component of them has always been mods. I mean, Warcraft 3, there's players
the
that
StarCraft
even play the
arcade
original
is
game.
like
They just
incredible.
Custom mode after custom mode. Does Stormgate have modding? How are you thinking about the modding community?
A number of members of the Frost Giant team actually came out of the modding community. The team as a whole is very passionate about it. From the outset, we started out
you can play
applying
hockey
resources to build a custom
StarCraft 2.
I think
There's
there's a lot of
auto-battlers,
opportunity
there's
to make
everything you could
improvements
want.
to the editing experience for RTS. We are also working on the infrastructure for people to be able to share their mods with each other. So it's really core to us as a team to enable modding, and we're absolutely working on it.
And of course, we have to end with my favorite question of all. When can we play the game and how do we play it, Tim?
So we are going to start our beta in 2023. We already have a site stood up at playstormgate.com to be able to register for the beta. We have a lot of active discussion topics on our subreddit as well, so there's an opportunity to participate in the dialogue around what we're building.
Tim, thank you so much for joining us again today. We just got a chance to talk about Stormgate, the upcoming free-to-play RTS from Frost Giant Studios. I'm personally super pumped to play it, and be sure to check it out at playstormgate.com. Now, Tim, I'm going to do a transition to the next game. Are you ready? This is going to be good. Watch this. It's going to be so sick. Next, we're going to show you Leysara, Summit Kingdom from Quite OK Games. Now, as someone who has spent a medically inadvisable amount of time playing strategy games of all sorts, this looks incredibly up my alley. And it looks a lot safer than my last attempt to create society in the mountains. 2 words, Tim, yodeling accident. Let's check it out.
So this is also a strategy game, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Though a base building town simi.
Okay.
Game.
So is it more of a city builder? Which I'm down for. I love city builders, but I don't really think
Does seem that.
I assume when I hear city builder, I don't necessarily think strategy game, but this looks really cool and interesting so far. Very interesting take where you're like limited by mountain terrain. You gotta build around that.
Or up it.
Yeah. I like this. I like this a lot. This looks really cool.
I believe this might have a demo already.
Oh, if so, I'm downloading this shit.
No.
Q1 2023.
Not downloading it, or no, there is no demo.
I think she meant there's
not
no
yet.
Demo.
Not yet.
Yeah, which is fine, but it looks good. I might play that.
I think we saw this one too.
It's a survival game or something.
Can't remember.
Looks like it.
Names. Names are hard.
Looks like Landmark.
I think this is Frozen Flame.
Oh yeah, Frozen Flame.
And this one does have a demo. Better you mention the demo.
That was Frozen Flame, an open-world survival RPG from Dreamside Interactive, where you'll embark on a fantasy adventure in a world reshaped by a magical calamity. A cursed land full of environmental hazards and massive monsters doesn't sound like the kind of place you'd want to build a cozy home with your friends, but instead you'll be raising fortresses and trying to tame the world, eventually growing tough enough to tackle the citadel that looms over everything and break the curse. Or you'll end up in the belly of a monster. Still kind of cozy. The demo for Frozen Flame was released just before the show, so you can jump in or grab some co-op buddies and see how long you can survive for right now. And keep an eye out for the early access launch later this year.
And I know what I'm going to download.
World premiere.
If you could listen to the noise of history, then you would hear by the sounds of the Victorian age that the world changed forever.
Oh, I know what this is.
The roar of the engines, the bangs from new factories, and the cries
This
in
is
the
Victoria
streets
3.
calling out for revolution. In Victoria 3, we simulate this era. 100 years, starting in 1836, and put you in charge of a young society.
Besides, I've seen the Victoria games before.
You will meet the people back then, high and low, over cultures across the globe. They are the beating heart of your nation, and form powerful groups with needs and desires. Listen to their calls and let it influence reform, or turn a deaf ear to protect what is proven and stable. Your politics will decide where you want to go, but your economy, how far you'll come. Taxes, production, trade, and construction. Play these cards right, and you can harness the Industrial Revolution to turn your cities into titans. This is the engine you will need on the global stage. Use pacts, threats, and
type of
bluffs
4X game.
to secure your place in the sun. Anything done by war can be achieved with diplomacy. But you can decide when push comes to shove. Here you write the stories, and over time, the history of your world will be carved into the map. What will your society be like? What is the sound that will echo over continents and be heard over the noise of time as you create your grand tomorrow?
Neat.
And as expected, Paradox.
That was the gameplay debut of Victoria 3 from Paradox Interactive, a grand strategy game coming later this year. And let us take this moment to let you know you can wish us Victoria 3 by visiting the PC Gaming Show event page on Steam, where you'll be able to find every game featured in today's show. Type pcgamer.com/wishlist.
I can't find a couple of them.
Taken straight to there. And now on with the show.
Maybe they just haven't put the page up yet.
Oh no, the page exists, and they have added to it. But
Hey, it's New Blood.
A couple of them.
Nice music.
Yeah. Please give me the new Ultra Kill Act. I want it really bad.
Medieval the Black Labyrinth, okay.
Yeah, it's an expansion, I believe.
I think like half the people I watched recently have played it.
Good.
So I'm sure they'll be happy with that.
Dusk HD? Are they like updating it with like better stuff, I guess? It does look a bit different. Nice. But can I get a release
What's up,
date?
PC gamers? We're back.
It's the Meme Man.
Now, what you just saw was everything New Blood's got going on for 2022.
Course.
A Medieval the Black Labyrinth, Ultra Kill Act 2, Faith, Fallen Aces, and a brand new update for Dusk that's bringing all new HD models and weapons that nobody asked for. So we're doing it anyway. Now, last year you might have noticed we teased a bunch of games here that we weren't ready to talk about just yet. And we're still not ready to talk about those games. But I want to let you know that yes, we're still working on a top-down shooter. Yes, we're still working on a Fallout-style RPG, my dream game. And yes, we're still working on a car combat game. But we're not ready to talk about those games just yet.
Combat.
What I want to talk about is Gloomwood.
Yes!
Now, 2 years ago,
Yes!
y'all straight up forgot to show the Gloomwood trailer. Last year, you bumped me so Gabe Newell could talk about a bunch of demos or some shit. This year, PC Gamer, you promised we would get to show Gloomwood, so I don't want to hear any bullshit. If you're on a Steam Deck ad right now or some shit, I'm gonna...
Steam Deck. Powerful, portable PC game.
PC Gamer, you see this puppy? I will drown this
I love
puppy.
Dave Oshry.
I will, if you don't let us show Gloomwood, I am going to drown this adorable... I would never do that. Hi.
Bruh.
So yeah, we good? Can we show Gloomwood? Are you sure? Well, all right. It's about time.
I love Dave Oshry. And also, yes, Gloomwood, please. I would like to buy this game.
It is on Steam already.
Yes.
The page, at least.
Yeah, it's been on. It had a demo a while back. I don't know if it still does.
Probably.
It's like it's Thief, kind of.
Hello, Doctor. I had hoped for us to meet at my estate. No matter.
This interface is
I can
great.
guarantee your safe arrival. A promise few others here can make. The townsfolk are not fond of outsiders. Don't delay.
I think that one was a little unneeded. Oh boy.
I want to release it, please. Yeah, let's go! I only have to wait like 2 months. I like that it's called thiefwithguns.com. Rat.
There's only one thing I like more than playing New Bloods games, and that's probably the URLs they make for them. It wouldn't be a PC gaming show without the silliest, most ridiculous website names in human history. Which is why I'm delighted to share that next, we have a group of such games that run the gamut from medieval mayhem to an adorable animal fight club.
New Blood's merch store URL is waste.money.
We absolutely plan to talk about it.
Like they're great. World premiere. Ooh.
Trippy?
Corrupted what? Why is it always doing this just when I need to showcase the game? Okay.
Trip is a bit of an understatement.
Have you tried turning it off and on again? Yes, I have.
The update to System 10.1.1 will provide a clean sorting of all
Oh,
your
no.
files and ensure that situations like this won't ever happen.
Oh, no, nobody's updating me. That's the thing. Nope. Haha, thank you, but we'll pass. Okay, so I do have a backup of the trailer. While I go rummage into the bin for it, please welcome my personal assistant. That will do a great job at pitching the game for you.
Oh, it's cute.
Talk about how cool I am in the story and how funny and witty. You know, just talk about me.
What?
Found it. Ah, ladies and gentlemen, the trailer.
Okay, super
Okay,
chilly.
who had the amazing idea to save the trailer backup in 14.4 pixels? Do we have any ants working for us?
Never happened. Why is it so tiny?
14p.
The survival of thy noble family depends
Oh boy,
on their
we're all gonna
ability
die.
Trailer for ants.
to rule
Good to
the
know.
city, to fight with valor, and
Looks
to
like Prison
learn.
Architect.
Oh, if only
Vid
it were
Kings.
that easy.
I told you, they're all gonna die. Oh, wow. Whoa. Oh no, it's the plague. Oh boy.
Well, I can say this much. One of the things that's most interesting for me so far is that I have to guess what's about to happen based on everyone else's reactions because I'm so far behind.
Oh, it's less fighting herds.
Back off!
Or them's
It's an
fighting
alpaca.
herds.
Oh no, poor alpaca.
I need to play this game someday.
The deer's doing pretty good. What was that? Are those coconuts?
Nice. Ooh, pretty.
might be an RPG. Pixel
Ja, det
RPG.
ved color er jo color. Multiplayer.
Looks like a crafting
I'm getting
game.
Starview Valley vibes.
Yeah, definitely Stardew Valley vibes.
This looks like a crafting sort of life sim type game.
I think we have seen the demo before. I mean,
Yeah, it looks familiar.
It's very strange.
Core Keeper. Oh, I think I've heard of this.
Oh yeah, we did.
yeah.
We saw it the other day.
Yep.
It's out in a couple days. That update at least.
That was the latest DLC for Core Keeper, the sandbox survival sim from Fireshine Games and Pugstorm. The Sunken Sea biome update is available on June 15th for all Core
If it
Keeper
wasn't
players.
for what appears to be
Now we have
terrible
even more
ventilation,
twists
I
and
would really
turns
like
and
that PC
trailers,
case.
So press enter to continue.
Apparently it's actually
I'm gonna
not
go
too
ahead and see if
bad.
you pressed it.
Oh, that's
Gamers
good.
Nexus
That's good.
did a review of it.
It looks like it would have terrible airflow because it's like 90% glass. But I guess the fan is just on the side, so it's like, I guess the airflow is technically
Yeah.
there. It's just weird and maybe not optimal.
There's no hope of it ever improving.
Also, the button's kind of on a weird spot. I guess they expect you to keep it on a desk.
Collect the same share, leaving
They
our
do.
children.
Yeah, I'm not I don't do that. My computer's on my floor.
And if we had any coin to our name, the taxman would appear, demanding it for the crown. The nobles hid behind the safety of their walls and did nothing when raiders pillaged the outskirts of the city. And so, some of us decided that it was time to leave. That we'd rather take our chances in the wilderness, seeking the promise of a new land, than starve to death in our homeland. The journey wasn't easy. We lost many along the way. But this wild, unsettled land offers us the hope of a new start as the masters of our own destiny.
I have no idea what you actually do when playing this game.
I wish I could see some gameplay. Is this like an Oregon Trail style game, but it's in like the medieval times? Because that could be cool. But
Oh, actually, I think I saw another thing for this. It was a city builder, which actually looked really good.
oh, that could be cool too. It's just I kind of wish that they had showed me that so I could get excited.
Yeah, they literally didn't show any of that. Which is funky. I don't know why you weren't.
Or at least say it's a city builder. Instead, it's just like that trailer makes it seem like it's not a city builder. It makes it seem like it's a Oregon Trail style game.
What is below is destined to be understood. Our life depends on the whims of the weather. Our life is tied to this earth.
The water we harvest, the plants we grow, the air we filter.
It's
Any
voice
waste
acting
would
is
be
really
fatal
bad.
to our survival.
We must learn to live in harmony with
Here's
this world.
the actual... Oh,
For too
no,
long, we have
it
wandered
didn't
without
give me what I
purpose.
wanted.
From now on, our city will be a source of hope.
This is a cool art style for a city builder. Oh,
I'm
I
gonna
li- I
send
like this.
to Discord the link for that last game.
Hmm.
And you can take a look at what they call themselves.
To understand
am
our
I gonna
world,
hate this?
We must explore it.
It's hilarious.
We must
After
find
that
the
demo.
balance. The seeds of knowledge
Which
that
is not
bind
a
all the
demo.
elements together.
To build our survival.
To build our city. To live happily.
Synergy. Okay?
Yeah. My thing messed up. What do they call themselves?
Welcome to Icarus, Prospector.
I don't see
The
it.
planet we almost lost.
Like I see the link, but I don't
Then
see what they
found
call
a reason
themselves.
to stay.
They call it a strategy game, but I don't know. Whatever. I don't got time. Oh, my computer. Why is the stream dying? There
So-
we go.
This place wants
Farthest
you dead.
Frontier calls themselves a simulation, strategy, building,
Learn the lay
or
of the
acts.
How to use Icarus to our
And it goes on.
advantage.
Where's the...
Our
Where's the rest
friends
of
at the UDA are offering up a slice, a whole new
Uh,
terrain.
Clicked away.
If you learn, build, and
RTS,
survive,
City Builder,
maybe,
Sandbox,
just
Tower
maybe,
Defense.
there's a future here.
Okay. RTS. I feel like RTS is getting used pretty liberally there.
Think you got what it takes?
That is a big thing. That is a big thing.
Alrighty.
Oh, Icarus.
Oh, this is that Icarus game that most people didn't seem to like.
I've never heard of this game.
In the rich tapestry of the PC gaming community, modders are one of the most inspiring subcultures. In fact, some of the most popular genres today started as PC gaming mods. Right now, modders Sean FMP1 Snelling and Corey Latto are making something incredibly special in the form of an ambitious mod for Half-Life Alyx. It's called Levitation. It's an original 4 to 5 hour campaign that builds on Valve's original VR game, Half-Life Alyx. With Alyx searching for a pair of rebels gone rogue, they've discovered a strange floating building in Sector X and decided to investigate it, against orders, obviously, and now it's your turn. Let's go back to the world of Gordon, G-Man, and Alyx with this exclusive gameplay footage.
Alyx, according to this old Resistance map, there's a control room somewhere outside the building you're in. Sorry if that's vague, the map was drawn using somebody's blood.
That's what's good. A map in blood.
I still need to play Half-Life Alyx.
If I had a VR system, that might be an option.
I have one. It's just my computer isn't that great for a game with this fidelity, and I kind of want to experience it like at its finest, if that makes any sense.
You just need to win that Dream PC. That's all.
Yeah, I guess so. I have no idea if these guns are in the base game or not.
No idea. I saw some playthrough when it first came out, but I didn't watch too much since I can't really play it.
Yeah, I didn't want to get spoiled for when I eventually do play it.
Always a good thing to see.
Alyx, I'm detecting an incredibly large energy signature up ahead. It's probably Gordon Freeman, and not anything bad at all. Definitely, probably Gordon Freeman.
Totally not. Totally not.
Okay, so the plan is to get to that control room and get Gordon.
Wait, how did Gordon get in here?
That's a good question.
Also, there's a Strider there, which is, you know, bad.
Yes. Oh, what the heck is that? Are they supposed to have shields?
I don't know. I don't know if they had shields in the game because I didn't watch enough to see the Combine show.
Ow, that hurts. Just looking at it hurt.
Getting kind of crowded down here, Russ.
I like how she didn't check the corner. Keep your ass down. What are you doing? That was such a bad idea. Every part of this is a bad idea.
I mean, they need to showcase the heat, right?
Oh boy.
That was cool. Get in the porta potty.
All the stims. All the stims. I would so take that gun.
What the fuck?
Oh, nice.
Who's shooting magazines?
Oh boy.
That's a very good question. I'm gonna guess the robot. It's probably one of those robots from Aperture Science.
Oh, cool! You can hack. You can hack tripwires.
Yep.
Poor Grubby.
Didn't go anywhere. That can't be a good noise.
The sound effects for this game are good.
That was a bad idea. Oof, oof.
That thing almost sounds like a Reaper now that I'm thinking about it. Or Mass Effect.
Oh boy. All these bad ideas. All these bad ideas.
I feel like Dumb Ways to Die should be playing in the background right about now.
3 cells left. Oh boy.
Okay. Well, that was a thing.
Nice.
Well, folks, this is the end. We've learned a lot today about ourselves, about computers, about genetically engineered space marines. And with so many games on the way, there has truly never been a better time to be part of the PC gaming community.
Over the course of the last 2 hours, we saw games from developers all over the world, and we wanted to thank everyone who tuned in to watch the show. All the developers who shared their work with us, and of course, all of the partners for their help bringing the PC gaming show to life.
Indeed, remember to tip your servers, install your firmware updates, and tell me if you know where to find a 3090 Ti. Tell me immediately. Anywhere you can find one, let me know. And of course,
if you really want
a
one,
warm thanks
I have
to you
one.
again for joining us at this year's PC Gaming Show. It's something I look forward to every year, and we're thrilled that you joined us.
Well, no,
See
I
you
don't.
next time.
But
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
I just had to say that.